Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's an earbud at work, in between class, while you're working out, or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast. And we have a lovely show lined up here for you today. It's April 14th, and the weather is warming up, and it's showing signs of spring, to be honest with you. It really is. All right, welcome everybody on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe. You know we're doing our best to drop every week, and we're dropping clips every motherfucking day, ain't we? We're making it happen.
For sure.
We talking about so much on this podcast. We're talking about the Rick Ross, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, this, how we feel about J. Cole apologizing, whether Jay-Z's better than Drake, should men cry, relationships, mental health, ambition, and mental health. You know what I mean? We're talking about so many things. And you know, Charles has many headlines. But before we get into all of that, I got to introduce the guest that we have on here today. He is a friend of the podcast, a proud brother, a physical specimen and inspiration, a lover of fast cars and a future semi-truck entrepreneur, a hard-working man that always has a plan. I'm happy to reintroduce to the podcast my guy, Joe.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Thanks for coming back on. Y'all, you see his socials, make sure y'all follow him, man. Happy to have you, bro.
Same here. Glad to be here. Appreciate it.
100%. So, y'all know how we start every podcast. We start with the watch this week. It could be it could be movies, it could be an anime, it could be a TV show, a YouTube video, an Instagram reel, a Facebook. It could be anything. It could be story time if something crazy happened. So, what came across your consciousness this week that you want to relate to the people?
Productivity, man. I seen a guy, 70 years old, still driving semis the other day, and I was doing one of my stops, and I stopped it and kicked it with him, and he been driving since the 70s. And I asked him, I said, "When you ever gonna stop?" He said, "Man, this is my workout. This will keep me going." You know what I mean? So that was my inspiration to keep going. You know
I like
what
that. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I learned in some of the blue zones, I watch this documentary, and some of the things stuck with me. It was a documentary that went around the world studying people that were in what they call blue zones, where it's not that uncommon for people to live past 100. You know what I mean? They're trying to figure out what it is about the lifestyle in those places that enable so many people to live past 100. You know what I mean? And in a lot of those places, retirement isn't like a thing. You know what I mean? They always believe in serving some sort of purpose, having some sort of role to play in society. You know what I mean? They never, the idea of just retiring, sit around and do nothing, they never do. These people are active. That's why when you see them in their 90 years old, 100 years old, they're still doing something active, moving in the field.
Yeah.
And that's part of what keeps them alive. You know what I mean? So I do think that always finding purpose in your life, regardless of what stage of life you're in, is what's part of what keeps you alive.
You can't be stagnant.
Can't be stagnant. Got to keep progressing. Got to keep moving. So productivity. Yeah, I did something drastic today too in the name of productivity. I was gonna save it for the brain building segment. You know what I mean? And I think I might. Yeah,
all right.
I'll save it for the brain building segment. You know what I mean? So what I did this week, last weekend I believe, it was crazy. I did a hash bash. You know what I mean? Hash bash happened in Ann Arbor. You know what I mean? It is a annual event that was first started because of this guy who got arrested for 2 joints and sentenced to 10 years for 2 joints.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. He got sentenced to 10 years for 2 joints?
For 2 joints. So a lot of the marijuana enthusiasts at the time, Willie Nelson and other people, organized this event and did concerts in the beginning to campaign for his release because they were like, this is ridiculous. So it was sort of an organized protest with how it started off. It was like, if you're going to arrest me, you got to arrest all the other thousands of people here because we're all here smoking and protest to this bullshit law.
Okay,
I see. I mean? That's how it started. Now it's a little more, took a little teeth away a little bit. Some people feel like it doesn't mean as much as it used to because weed is legal now in Michigan. You know what I mean? And that day is sanctioned in Ann Arbor where like the cops won't bother you for smoking. I was smoking weed, walking down the block, smoking weed, no problem. Just buying weed, bought the pre-roll and smoked it there. Like everyone's smoking on our block. It was one of the most freest experiences as a weed smoker I've ever had in my life.
As a black man, though, did it make you feel kind of?
I was like, yeah, they're going to arrest me, though. I'm going to do everything to arrest me. Especially because I had a drone and shit. I was making some people look because I was flying the drone. Should have had extra reason to come fuck with me. But
fuck around, wait till everybody moved in, come get you.
Yeah, come get me, yeah. But nobody came and bothered me, you know what I mean, for the most part. You know what I mean? I had some photos here that I wanted to share with you guys. I believe I have some footage from the thing. And I may maybe play this 1 minute interview. Because I did finally this was my very first street interview. When I went to this hash bash thing, I finally got off a street interview. And it wasn't easy to build up the nerve to do it. You know, everyone says everything is so easy until the rubber meets the road. So here it is, me standing here in front of this lady here while she's preparing her stuff. They have their venue out here in Hash Bash, and I'm very happy to say that they are serving up. What are you serving up?
We have a lot of our really cool apparel. We've been giving away a lot of things. So we have our entire line of organic cannabis, and in our gift bags that we drop every hour, we have a free aid, stickers, lighters, hair scrunchies, you name it. It's just a beautiful little bag that we're giving away to all these wonderful folks on at Hash Bash.
I remember hearing her mention something about you guys doing something at 420 coming up as well.
Yeah, we are going to drop some of these bags, so people that have followed us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, will allow them to have one of these beautiful little gift bags.
And what is your Instagram?
Planted.dispensary.
Planted.dispensary. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out today.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That was my very first street interview, you know what I mean? And I got a vendor with a marijuana dispensary, and I did like 2 more that day, too. You know what I mean? So that was my experience to speak for Hash Bash. I was very productive out there. Had a good time. Of course, I got the drone footage over the top, too. And, of course, I got B-roll of the people going by, you know what I mean? So that was really dope. And the other thing I saw this week is that in this game of podcasting, in this game of being a production company, especially when you're someone like me who trusts very few people to put in the work necessary, people want maximum reward for the little amount of work. So the moment I know I invite someone into my movement to invest anything into either money, time, they even then, what am I getting for it? What am I getting for it? Meanwhile, I've been putting in the work on this thing for years and getting goddamn nothing, right? So that's the reason why I don't really trust adding people into this, because I know, that being said, there's so many pieces of equipment that, like, I want as a creator, and everything that allows me to do more on my own and excites me. This is why there's a $600 piece of equipment, this camera I'm going to buy that is like be perfect for street interviews, because not only is it tiny and small to hold like a can like that, it has a thing where it itself will follow me around, so I could do anything like this, and it will keep me in frame, so I could use that, put it on the selfie stick, and I could do street interviews by myself if I needed to, as well as do that. So
so you don't even need a cameraman.
I don't. Once I spend $600-700 on that, and then just today I discovered this thing, and I was like, wow, this could help me with certain YouTube videos and certain shots, and the way technology is getting better. But this tripod right here, I want y'all to see this tripod, this dope ass, sick ass tripod. And just think of the fact that it's doing this on its own, bro. It's getting these shots. You know, it's made like a self-leveling thing, so it'll automatically adjust its legs and shit to level itself out, no matter what like bullshit surface you put it on there. Then I mean, this thing's rising up and doing. It has programmable things, so you can program certain shots with this tripod. You know what I mean? So I can have certain dynamic shots when I'm walking and doing things in my YouTube videos. You know what I mean? And have it all alone and not have to rely on someone's to be there when the kids schedule this or that.
This the next piece of equipment you want?
This isn't the next one I'm going to get, because there's way more things I need to get for the podcast. The next piece of equipment I'm going to get is that $700 interface. That would allow me to have more than one person here at a time. I'll be able to have more people here along with the camera. So that's the first piece of equipment. But this piece of equipment I am going to get as far as me being a content creator and be able to make dynamic videos on my own, because that to me is what's going to set me apart from the average YouTuber, my ability to have like drone footage. Drone footage is a high production thing. Not everyone has drone footage on their Instagram. You know what I mean? So me being able to have that raises it up a level. You know what I mean? Not everyone has street interviews. Not everyone has the ability to really have the balls to have the wireless mic to really go out there and really do street interviews with people. You know what I mean? And I have a couple of them. I have that now.
Putting that time and energy in, man.
Exactly.
Putting that time and energy in.
Exactly. But yeah, I just wanted to say shout out to that piece of equipment, because it's amazing. Everything that makes me able. The only thing they're missing now, I want them to make, if they could just make one on wheels, bro. If they could just make a tripod on wheels that'll track me and follow me around. Oh my fucking God, bro. Yeah. I will spend whatever you cost when you're done making it, bro. But I'll be there for it. Because then that is literally a cameraman walking around that I don't need. Like, come on, bro.
Sound like idea. You need to come up. You need to come on, bring it out.
I'm telling you, man. What I mean? I need that.
Don't be giving that free game on, man. That might be your thing right there.
I'm telling you, man. But yeah, so yeah, we got a lot to get into today. We're getting into this beef. All right, now for some reason, I think that the American system is trying to keep us distracted. You know what I mean? I forgot what happened in January, but in January it was something. I remember there was a chart. I should have took a picture of it, but there was a chart that had a month for everything happening. You know what I mean? It was like Cat Williams was like April or some shit, and something
about viral moments.
Yeah, things that are distracting us from what's going on. Like every month has had something crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And now we have this J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar,
Out of nowhere.
beef thing happening out of nowhere, taking over this month now. You know what I mean? And it's like, to me, it's just like, this isn't what we need. Like hip hop, what the thing why they squashed and had to co-op hip hop in the beginning is because hip hop was the voice of the revolutionaries. Hip hop was the voice of the people. Hip hop had the 5%ers trying to teach people knowledge and was the voice of like the protest. I mean, like Public Enemy and things like that. You know what I mean? Fighting against the establishment. Nowadays, hip hop has become nothing but a commercialism thing. It's been what does hip hop encourage you to do? Spend money. That's what encourage that, which is a commercial thing, a thing that helps the economy. It helps you. It's a part of has been another arm of capitalism. So hip hop is now just encouraging you to spend money and have fun.
There's no longer a message.
Go out. There's no real message in it. There's no real connection to the vibe and how the people feel
to the community.
Right
no real message to the community. They even just drug a guy into some little beef that actually has a message when he raps.
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Which is one of the reasons why I feel like he decided to bow out of it. He didn't want to play into the hand. You know what I mean? Because in my mind, I'm mad at all of these guys to a degree because I feel like they're not doing as much as they could do to make change for our people, as much as I would do. You know what I mean? At least, you know what I mean? So, with the position that they're given. So, at least J. Cole, and it's like, listen, if I'm not going to be doing the most I can for the revolution, let me not also distract from it. You know what I mean? Let me not, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're not willing to make the sacrifice. History has shown you one thing. When you stand up for the people and you're powerful and you have a voice and you're making change and you're successful, they kill you. All right? So,
or they're going to try to discredit you.
They right now, how it goes is Andrew Tate said it, how they do. Right now, when they don't like you, the first thing they do, their first phase one, character assassination. Yeah. They come up with mad stories, they use the media. They character assassination. They control the media. They try to, and they hope that will stop your pockets, that'll shut you down. When that doesn't work, their second try, they try to put you in jail. They're going to search through everything they could possibly do to put you in jail. If you did anything fucked up, anything on your hard drive, anything, they're going to find it and try to put you in jail for it. And when that doesn't work, their third thing is for you to magically commit suicide. You know what I mean? Which usually happens in that jail cell. Once they figure out the trial isn't going to go the way they want, normally you magically commit your suicide
or at home.
Custody or at home.
An overdose.
It's an overdose. Yep.
Yeah.
It's an
overdose.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they could just have like a dart with some fentanyl on it and just have you shot through in your ass in the neck.
Dirty game, man.
It's a dirty game they playing. It's a dirty game. You know what I'm saying?
That's why people can't believe the hype, man.
You got to think, like decades ago, they talked about how the CIA had what they called it was called an ice pick gun. So it was a gun that shot an ice pick that had a chemical in it that would make you have a heart attack.
Yeah. I mean, I can believe it.
So I
can believe that.
They would shoot you with the gun. It's an ice pick, so it's gonna go through you, and it's gonna melt in you, and you're gonna be on the ground, and the chemicals gonna get in your bloodstream, and the murder weapon is gonna melt away. The evidence is gonna be gone because it's ice.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you're just gonna die of a heart attack. You know,
know how that shit go, man.
You know what I mean, so it's like
all that shit go.
It's crazy. It's crazy with these things like tactics they got. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, these are the reasons why I think that all of this stuff is a distraction for real. But that being said, if you're gonna talk about hip hop beef, I do have to admit that there hasn't been a worthwhile beef in a couple of years. I feel like that's been I feel like the last beef I can actually remember happening. Maybe I'm a little out of touch, but it was Drake and Pusha T. That's the last time I remember a beef.
Is it really beef though? That'd be my thing. Man.
I mean, you know,
is it really beef? Bro?
But was there beef between this and Drake and Pusha T that you remember happening?
No.
Yeah, that was the last time I remember beef. It was Drake and Pusha T. You know what I mean?
I remember the shots. I remember the little quotes or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's so messed up, man. Because everybody, the wordplay is crazy. You know what I mean? The wordplay is crazy.
You can read into anything if you how you say
the wordplay be
things.
crazy. When you talking about beef, you know, y'all ain't got beef for real. Y'all got a disagreement. Let's just call it what it is.
Damn,
y'all got a disagreement.
He said y'all got beef for y'all
got a disagreement, man.
That's crazy.
That should be for the hype.
But yeah, I got a couple tracks here. I got one. I wanted to react. So I wanted to react to Rick Ross's track. You know what I mean? Because I heard it once or twice, but I didn't really get a good listen to it. Really, you know what I mean? So I wanted to get a reaction to it for real and really get to listen to it. So I'm going to, for you guys, pause, which for you is gonna seem like a second. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have a drink with my homie, and I'm gonna play this this thing here, and then I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna give you my immediate reaction. You know what I mean to Rick Ross doing this thing. So stay tuned.
Yeah, you had that surgery, that six-pack going. That's why you wearing that funny shit at your
What's
show.
up,
You
my
can't
dude?
hide it, nigga. White boy.
Wow, you had that surgery, your 6-pack gone. Wow, so he had it. So he claimed he had implants for the 6-pack. He talked about how he had a nose job. That's why he didn't want to be everybody calling him a white boy. You know what I mean? Rick Ross came mad hard at Drake. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if Rick Ross was taking shots at anyone else in that. He seemed to be directly coming at Drake, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone else caught any strays that I perceived in there.
No, that was direct hit.
That was a direct
hit.
Direct in the scope to Drake. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy, though. And he talked about ghostwriters too. See, that's the number one reason why I'm never give it to Drake. No, here's what I say. Drake is my number 6 favorite rapper. He'll be out of my top 5 because he has ghost writers. It's done. With that shit, for me, keeps you on my top 5. And with shit like this, when you can have a little sweatshop with 10 niggas in there writing up bars for you for your next diss track, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in this, I'm looking at it like, well, you could have had someone write it for you. Much less using AI to write your bars.
Some of the greatest songs been written by other people, though. You know what I mean?
No, not in hip hop. Hip hop is different. Yeah, say what you're saying.
I'm gonna say this though, you know, he rapping, but he's not out here portraying like he a gangster though.
Who?
Drake. Even though
he does a little bit, but not.
They can ghostwrite. People can ghostwrite for him, but it's not like he's out here saying, "I'm this, I'm that, I'm really in the streets." No matter what he's saying, he ain't saying like he in the streets.
No, he still curates whatever bars he chooses to spit in versus chooses to spit. But I'm saying, like, if you're a singer, then your talent is being a singer. Your talent is how you sing, your ability to sing.
Right.
So it's more acceptable for them to have songwriters because they still can't sing it like I sing it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a rapper, then your talent is putting words together. You're a poet. Your talent is being a wordsmith. Your talent is writing, putting words. So you having another rapper put your words together means you don't trust your own words for your rapping. So to me, you're just like an actor. You're a good actor. You're a good performer of the rap. What?
I can't agree because some people just got the voice. Some people just got the voice and the charisma.
Man, if you don't got the voice from the inside, you don't have a perspective that God is putting your words through out of your. You're a puppet.
But it's like a comedian. A comedian is a natural funny person, right?
Yeah.
But every comedian got writers.
Not every comedian, but a lot of them
got writers. Anytime,
especially when they do movies.
Anytime
when they do movies, you gotta have.
Anytime they're going on tour,
but not necessarily stand-ups.
Most of them, yeah. Yes.
A lot of comedians write their own jokes.
Yes, but they got a whole team of writers too. Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, some of the biggest, Eddie Murphy, some of the biggest comedians got a crew of writers. Even other comedians to write their jokes.
But I know they do that for like movies and skits. I can understand that when
it's stand-ups though.
When it's a collaborative project. But stand-up is supposed to be a comedian's chance to showcase his own mastery in the field of comedy. It's just him supposed to be listening because I listen to Joe Rogan a lot, and Joe Rogan is a stand-up comic, and Joe Rogan has one of the reasons why, even though I might sort of want to be a comic, like I have a lot of respect for it because he told me the craft of coming up with a special. You know what I mean? He's like, you start with like 10 minutes worth of jokes, then you go say it on stage. He said, you could not talk to the audience and make a hit album. You know what I'm saying? He said stand-up comedy is one of the rare forms of art. You could go paint a masterpiece with nobody else there. You need the audience feedback to craft good comedy. So he's like, he'll make a 10-minute bit, thinks of good jokes, go say it on stage. See, some parts hit, some parts not hit.
Right.
Go back, change this part, change that part, go back on stage another place. Do it again, see some improvement, but that part's still not hit. Change that word, change that, and then boom, solid 10 minutes, then build upon it, then build upon another 5, then 10 minutes, then until he says it takes him about a year or 6 months to craft another special, building on minutes. Now I got a good solid 10 minutes. Now I got a solid 15 minutes. Now and connecting each part. So he's like,
you don't think he got nobody writing shit for him?
No. Like comedians don't have. They're comedians that's how they build it. They build an hour. It's called building an hour. You don't start with an hour comedy.
Yeah,
special.
but most of them ain't taking. Most of them not taking a year. When you can have 6 other comedians and writers around a table, and you can get that hour.
The comedians
you
know
get that hour in 3 months.
But that's why they talked about Carlos Mencia. He used to have a show I used to watch. He used to be funny on cartoon, Comedy Central. You know what I mean? He used to be mad funny. Carlos Mencia's show. but the comedians shunned him from the community. The reason why is because Carlos Mencia was a known joke stealer. So he would
They
go.
all steal jokes.
So he would go to like open mics and like young comics coming up that no one knows their name, and he would steal their joke, change like something tiny, but really steal their joke. But that is like frowned upon in the community. That's like not okay. Like,
so is that is that frowned upon in rap?
Yeah. It does. How many times you hear a rapper complain about someone bit my style, someone bit my style, someone took my bars? That's like a classic complaint.
Niggas repeating shit all the time.
Now flows is always gonna be taken. I'm never gonna be feeling bad for taking a nigga flow. Man. I might take a nigga. There's so many niggas that I've emulate like in my mind, like when certain bars at certain times, like, and I use them in my head as like a flow to attack on like T Grizzly and the Detroit way niggas, the way some Detroit niggas flow on the beat. It's almost off beat. I know how to flow like that thanks to these niggas. They've taught me how, and on certain beats,
Detroit got their own style.
I switched to that sort of almost off beat, but still on beat, like slightly delayed, like how to deliver it. I almost know how to do it because I listen to that style. You know what I mean? Like same way how with the New York. So
you feel like you got that Detroit flow in you?
Oh, I could do it if necessary for sure. On the Detroit beat, I've typed in the T Grizzly type beat, Sada Baby type beat, and get on there and
we gonna see, man. We gonna see if you got that New York shit stuck in you, man.
You already know, bro. Listen, I freestyle Friday every day, every week, and I do driving freestyles on the way to work all the time. I stay in the gym as a rapper. You know what I mean? So my sword is sharp. You know what I mean? But talking about these rappers here, with Drake, like I said, with comedians, no, comedians pride themselves in like when they talk about the greats. When they talk about Eddie Murphy, when the comedians community talk about Eddie Murphy's special Raw, they talk about Delirious. They don't talk about a group of writers. They don't talk about it. They talk about Eddie Murphy being a great stand-up comedian and coming up with that special. And that's it. When they talk about Dave Chappelle, given his now skits are different, but when they talk about Dave Chappelle's specials, you know what I mean? That is supposed to be understood to be that just Dave Chappelle coming up with that. Right. That is to my understanding, that is how comedians see it. Now, like I said, on movies, skits, certain other projects, when it's a collaborative effort, then it's a collaborative effort.
So when a motherfucker do a special, you don't think they got writers?
Do some maybe do, yes. But is that the standard? Yeah. And can most comedians respect someone that do, like, what do you think? It's, for example, like a rap, say that we're rapping. Like Biggie. Why do we love him? Jay-Z. Jay-Z. There's no one writing Jay-Z's bars. No one's writing Biggie bars.
There's a crew, though. You got to realize producers is other rappers who are in that studio with
them. No one's writing, but no one's giving Jay-Z bars. No one's giving.
You don't know that. We can't say that. We can't say that, bro.
As a rapper who's rapped, I know that I've come up with enough dope shit that I look at other rappers that, as dope as I am, I bet he could be doper. And I know I've come up with, I know I've never had to ghostwrite, and I'm freestyling dope shit. I'm pretty dope. I'm saying I'm pretty dope. I know I could do, I've done shit off, I've never had a ghostwriter in my life. Right. And I also know that there's niggas that are for sure better than me. Yeah. As dope as I am, as naturally talented as I am, there's niggas that are better. And if there's niggas that are better than me, then they definitely I don't need no ghostwriter. I can write all my shit. I freestyle all the time. So I know I don't need one.
It's not that a nigga need it.
If there's people better than me, then they for sure don't need one.
It's not that a nigga need it, right? It's not that you need a ghostwriter. But if you about to drop an album and you got motherfuckers on your team who he got a dog ass song, but it's not gonna hit. Well, if he say it, it ain't gonna hit as hard as I say it.
You know the difference? You're attacking it as a businessman as opposed to an artist.
But that's what it is.
No.
It's a business.
It is a business, but that's not how an artist sees it. Yeah, that's not what drives an artist. See, I'm saying it because it's how I feel. Yeah, I'm giving my perspective.
Yeah. But what's your goal?
I see what you're saying, but that's the business aspect. You're right.
What I'm saying is, what's your goal? When you write this shit because you feeling it, I'm going to ask you a question. So you write this song, this bitch, is that, if you drop it, just say you probably make 10,000. But if I take this song and sell it to Dog, and we make 10 million, what you want to do? Because are you thinking like an artist, or are you thinking like a businessman?
Now here's the thing. I don't have a problem being a writer for someone else. That doesn't shame me as an artist. Helping someone else create doesn't shame me as an artist. Leaning on someone else for my creation shames me as an artist. So if I make a song that's fire and I want to give it to someone else, that's fine. That's me helping them come up. That's cool. That's good. That makes money. That's cool. But me as an artist needing someone else's verse, I need your song. I need for me to make it happen. That means that I'm not good enough of an artist. That means that
so if
I'm
the
not
roles
creative
were
enough.
reversed, you're not accepting the song.
No, that's what it is. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Come on, man.
I'll give it out. Sure, you pay me for it. Sure, I'll be a fool not to. Oh, you want me to write a verse for you? You like my verse? Okay, I do.
So
it
if
for
the
you.
roles
All
were
right.
reversed, damn, I write this song, and it ain't gonna hit as hard if I say it, but I say, damn, bro, it'll hit hard.
Yeah.
If you write it, it'll hit hard. It'll hit hard.
You know what would be a good example of that? Me right now building up credibility with the black community, right? Having a decent voice on the podcast, right?
Right.
If 3 years from now Fox News hits me up like, hey, we'll give you $2 million, $3 million a year contract. Come work for us and read what's on the teleprompter.
What you gonna do?
After you build up this credibility and build up this trust with the people, we're gonna use your trust to now turn you into a mouthpiece to now add credibility to our propaganda that we want you to read off of the teleprompter.
Okay, let's just say when they ask you this, are you making that type of money?
Probably
Anywhere
not.
near?
I'm probably making, let's say, $100 grand, $150 grand.
You making $150 grand? They offering you $2 or $3 million.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Answer's no.
I get it. I mean, listen, I look at it like this.
No, I can't do it.
I'm always the bigger picture guy, right? I'm always the bigger picture guy. I get why you won't want to do it. My thing is, do you know the good you can do with them funds?
I can make it on my own.
But it's a different.
It'll take a little while.
But see, you can't throw that in there, bro, because Fox News be saying some bullshit.
You saying some bullshit.
You selling your soul for
exactly.
that.
That's, you're Don Lemon now. Fuck out of here.
No, you went to a whole different. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't. You that analogy right there not gonna work.
See, what I'm saying is
selling your soul.
What I'm saying is I'm after a different goal, and there's no way I could sell out like that. It would bother me too much. You know what I mean? I couldn't. I don't know, because it's like, I know they want to give me all the money, but like, I don't know, man.
You gotta respect Drake though, bro. Like, you may not have to respect him as a gangster rapper, right? But as an artist, you have to respect him.
I listen to so many. I love Drake as a music thing. I love his music. That's why I said I listen to too many of his projects. I know too many of his songs. The
boy's smart, man.
And he's a good curator of even the verses that he do.
The boy an artist, man. The boy is an artist.
He is an artist. He's an artist.
He's
just written for people. He's very good.
And whoever write it, he got a good delivery. He know how to deliver.
He do.
You know what I mean?
He do. But at the same time, He's not getting in my top 5 for sure.
No.
You know what I mean? Not getting in my top 5.
Drake could never be in my top 5, bro.
But like I said, he's number 6 though. He's right outside the door.
No,
just because of the ghostwriting, he's right outside the door.
He ain't. I mean, for me, everybody different. You know what I mean? But for me, Drake ain't. I don't even want Drake on my list, man. Listen, it's not a Drake song in my Apple.
But I remember the point. I remember the reason why. I didn't want to do it. I remember why. I forgot the point I was gonna make for a second, but now I remember. It's because one of the real reasons why I do what I do is because I tell myself I'm the hope. I tell niggas, I feel like people have lost a lot of hope in America. I feel like hope in general is at all-time low. The hope is the hope for change. Like, who is going to care enough about the cause, care enough about the people, to put himself in enough harm's way, which you do have to make change possible? Where is the hope? All these people get money, get scared, and run away and secure themselves. That's what they do. They get money, run away, secure themselves. No one is willing to step out enough to really, because their history has shown them, like I said, when you stand for the people, you get killed. So my whole thing, which is crazy, maybe this makes me suicidal, whatever, the whole reason I'm doing this is to provide hope for change. That's why when I look at that's why I don't care to have like that flashiness, because when I look at when you think of Jesus, or you think of Mandela, or you think of Malcolm X, or you think of even Martin Luther King, do you think of a nice car? Do you think of a nice anything material? Does any of that come into your mind when you think of Frederick Douglass or any of these people that really dead ass made change happen? Does the niceness they have, does any of that?
You can't say that though, because that was a different time. Martin Luther King today. Let's just take him from 50s and the 60s.
You think Martin Luther King would have chains on today?
I'm not saying chains. Martin Luther King would be a millionaire today though. A multimillionaire.
Yeah, but
in today's world, he'll be a multimillionaire.
Yeah, but he would be a white appearing millionaire, as in millionaires.
Martin Luther King now. Look at Al Sharpton. The guy's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, you have to, in order to make change, you gotta have some money.
I'm not saying you can't have money. I'm not against the money. It's about the flashiness. It's about the reinvestment into the cause as opposed to the luxury items.
I mean, the
You know what I
flashiness
mean?
may be just his. That's just his. His makeup. That might be just him.
Believe me,
You
there
know
was
what I'm saying?
pimps hella flashy back when Michael Martin Luther King was
Yeah.
doing his thing.
What I'm,
If he
what,
wanted to spend money on a fur coat and all of that, believe me, he could
no,
have.
no, no. I ain't gonna see Martin in no motherfucking fur coat.
That's what I'm
Martin wasn't coming
saying.
out. It was too
That's
hot
what I'm
anyway,
saying.
man.
Nah, it was too hot.
He was
Bro,
out there
you
marching
not
in them
seeing
hot
the-
ass suits, man. He
when
was too hot. He wasn't putting no motherfucking makeup on.
Nah. But what I'm saying is, all of these revolutionaries, when you see them, they were not flashy guys.
No,
That
it
was
wasn't
not-
about being flashy.
It's not about being flashy.
I mean, they can't be flashy because it's a message they send it, but best believe they tucking that cheese away and they flashy in a different way.
Oh my
You know what I mean?
God,
They
if you-
flashy in a see, listen, man. That's you say they ain't flashy, right? That's that surface level, man. That's surface level. On the surface, I
Uh-huh.
can't be because I gotta send this message. But best believe they popping, $300, $400, $500 bottles of wine. You know what I'm saying? Best
Some
believe
shit under
they
the
living
radar
good.
that they
Come on,
can't.
man.
It's a good restaurant.
They flashing in a different way. They
Mm,
flashing, they lights come on when we can't see it.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Because we so surface level,
Yeah.
because we got this image of them. So they like, okay, long as I can keep you with this image, this shit that I'm doing over here,
Yeah.
don't matter.
Like
You know
me
what I mean?
personally, I've been looking up. If you look on my phone, some of my tabs, I'm looking at coats that look regular, like a little flight jacket,
Right.
but it's bulletproof. I'm looking at another little bomber jacket, but it's bulletproof.
It's
You know what I
bulletproof.
mean? I got a vest, like a little puffer jacket vest, but it's bulletproof.
I'm out,
I
bro.
got yeah. You gonna be like, I got a
Hey.
$1,000 coat. I got a $1,000 coat too. But
Time
guess
out,
what,
bro? Why is it bulletproof? What do you got going on, bro?
I'm trying to. Oh man,
Uh-oh.
Sorry. But what I got going on? Listen, I'm trying to lead the revolution. And like I said, now I heard what happened to people that try to lead the revolution. I just told you what happens. They get shot.
So you gotta
Goddamn
get some
it.
shit that's bulletproof.
Yeah, that shit dope to me. That shit dope to me.
Nah,
Yeah,
that shit heavy.
yeah, it's gonna be heavy. Yeah, it's gonna
That
be heavy.
shit
It's gonna
gonna be
dope.
heavy,
It's gonna be
man.
dope. But yeah, nah. Well, I'm gonna have a bulletproof wardrobe. But now, what you call it? I'm not even capping either. I'm totally gonna do it. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Legs gonna
I
be
got you
strong
got to
as
be the
hell.
hope, man. And if I get money and I run away or I sell out to these people, then where's the hope? Then because really, maybe if I see another revolutionary that seems like he's really trying to make it happen, really trying to build for it, and really trying to actually do things that'll actually fundamentally change the trajectory of Black people's lives in America on a large percentage enough to really make a change. You know what I mean? But I don't see anyone working towards that effort. I see a lot of people with the ability to, but no one making any noise and actually moving towards that effort with enough momentum and speed to threaten the system or be a threat and to make enough waves to give anyone any fucking hope because it's still hopeless as a motherfucker
That
around
system
here. You know what
different.
I mean?
Though,
So
man. That system different.
the
man.
system, nothing. I don't believe.
System different,
I don't
man.
see one of the things that
You
makes
gotta
me
want to
crazy.
change though. People gotta want to change.
I don't believe. History has shown. I don't know how it's gonna happen. All I know is I'm gonna keep pushing until it happens. You know what I'm saying? Because this is killing me though. This is killing me. One second. All I'm saying is that none of these guys is pushing towards to make actual change happen, even though a lot of them have the ability to, and it bugs me out. And history has shown me that it's possible. One man has changed the world many times. Martin Luther King, like I said, Hitler, Abraham Lincoln. You know what I mean? Robert F. Kennedy. You name it. The people that make history, they change things fundamentally, and when they get shot, sure, yeah. But
Robert F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He was trying to shut down the federal union, the federal treasury union. Yeah, the funny thing is that the people that print the money aren't actually a government institution. It's just federal union, this federal thing that says they're federal, but they're not really
But
federal.
what did he actually do? Robert F. Kennedy, my perspective,
And he was trying to stop the wars.
got killed because he was trying to fuck with the mob.
But yeah, the mob.
In my eyes, I just from what I've read and things that come to me, he got himself killed fucking with the wrong people.
Well, the thing is that the mob has contracts with like defense when that invested in the war, right?
Right.
And the mobs help get him elected, thinking that he's going to help with the war and help getting the mobs money. So the mobs think that he's in their pocket,
He started
and
attacking
then he starts doing things that are against the mob's interests.
He
And
got
then-
himself killed.
and then he's not listening to what the mob wants. So the mob is like, listen, we put you in office, and now you're
Just like his brother.
now you're not trying to listen to me. even though we put you there. So yeah,
all that shit conspiracy.
The mob
They got
do what
they
the mob do.
self-killed,
You know
bro.
what I mean? But
I feel like they got they self-killed. First off, they father, Joseph P. Kennedy, made his money off liquor and other bullshit. So
but that still doesn't refute the
they been
fact that
scamming.
that when you stand for the people, you get shot.
But
Martin
I
Luther
really,
King was
I
set
really
by
don't
federal
understand.
federal agents, like to see literal.
I really don't understand why black people hold the Kennedys so high. What have the Kennedys actually done for the African American race?
I couldn't
What?
say that American race.
Why?
I mean,
Because John F.
African-American
Kennedy
race
was a
of people.
Democrat?
You know what I mean? But he was for the people, though.
Who?
If you go watch for
Kennedy?
his speeches and the stuff, he was for the people.
Listen,
He
bro.
was.
I feel like the speeches.
There's not many presidents that I could say that about. There's really
The
not.
speeches is surface level. What did he actually do?
I wouldn't even say the same thing about. I feel like Kennedy was more for the people than Obama was. Obama just had a better complexion.
What did Kennedy
for
do,
not
though?
criticism. You know what I
What
mean?
did Kennedy do for us to advance, for the advancement of black people? What did Kennedy actually do?
He also helped reveal a lot of the interstate happening there with the deep state. You know what I mean? And
I just don't hold them.
I'd have to go back into that.
I don't hold them to a high standard, bro.
But I'll tell you this: of all the presidents, there's only a couple. There's Frederick Roosevelt, there's FDR.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Kennedy.
Theodore Roosevelt.
You know what I mean? Kennedy. Yeah, and a little bit of Clinton. But even then, the more I learn about Clinton, is like it's making me not feel so my way about that.
Clinton wanted to send us all to jail.
Exactly.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So really, there's not many presidents I could look to
That
be like,
none, man. That shit ain't for
like
us.
Lincoln. Even in Lincoln, I heard then he was still like only did it for certain reasons. It wasn't all because of black people who did it because to save the union and other foreign threats and other things.
Man.
You know what I mean? To keep the union together.
You know why they do it? They don't fuck with us for real. We foreigners. Well, they don't fuck with us for real. They feel like this they land. You know what I mean? They really feel like this they land. We have to come together. If we don't create our own banking systems, we don't create our own grocery stores, we don't create our own shit.
But what's stopping that from happening? That's the reason why I say segregation was a good idea executed poorly. Because Black Wall Street, the Black Dollar circulating, that happened. That existed during segregation.
They stopped it.
You know why? Because we weren't allowed to go to the white man's business. We weren't allowed to go. So because of that, we had to create our own. We felt
like they shit was best.
But it really wasn't. Even back then, segregation. Our shit is better. Was better back then. Now their shit is better because we don't invest in our own shit. You know, we're allowed to run away to the white man neighborhood, and so we do. But when we couldn't, we were forced to reinvest in our own neighborhood.
Yeah, it ain't been a president that's for us. No, not one. I respect Barack. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against Barack Obama. You know what I mean? But the advancement of black people got to start with black people on the home front. Point blank. Period. The mind frame has to change. The mindset has to change. But it's so crazy because my homeboy today, he like, bro, I wanna go drop a new truck. I say, before you do that, you need to figure out a way to pay for it. You know what I mean? Not take money from your income, but let's invest in something that's actually going to
increase
pay
your income.
No, yeah, but let's take some money to invest in something that's going to pay for your truck. You know what I'm saying? So now, if I'm paying $1,300 a month for this truck, it's not interfering with nothing I got going on because I've created another asset that's bringing in income to pay for that truck.
Exactly.
To pay for this item right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And that's what I was trying to bring to him. Because I seen some shit online, man, Asian guy. And he was like, man, he wanted a new Rolls Royce, $500,000. And his wife told him, yeah, you can get it, but don't pay for it yourself. Make somebody else pay for it. So buy an asset, let it generate revenue. That's going to pay for that.
Yeah.
Lifestyle don't change.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle don't change at all. I just needed something to pay for this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I am now. Like, and people do this. Like, the more money you make, the more bills you get. That's because you create new shit.
You're raising your lifestyle.
You know what I mean?
Like people live above their means, much less living at their means.
We so quick to spend
to save money. You need to live below your means.
We so quick to spend it, bro. We spend it before we get it.
I know.
Like, okay, I just got a brand new job, driving at Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quick to go get new bills.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck no.
Yeah, let me immediately go up and live in. Yeah.
No way. Like, top driver The top driver I talked to, he been there like since '89. He clearing like 130.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the commission and all that shit, he clearing like 130.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way I'm going just because my salary increased. Don't mean that I'm about to go put new bills on myself.
Exactly.
No, I'm taking it slow.
Yeah.
I'm taking it slow, and now I have to create new assets, new business
Mm-hmm.
ideas and ventures to make it pay for itself. So if I want to go get another car, I have to buy something that's going to generate the
That's a smarter
revenue
way
every
to go
month
about it. Yeah.
to pay for it.
Smarter way to go about it.
Because there's
sure.
no way I'm going in there working every day
Mm-hmm.
just to pay for
Yeah.
an item.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Nah, that don't work.
But speaking about ambition and mental health, you know, the other day I was wondering about this because it's a slower month for me right now with the views. You know what I mean? I'm still over like
We about to go up with this one. You know how we do when we get in the lab.
But it's been I got a lot of work to put in. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I was thinking about is that how I had like no views almost some years before, and how even though I'm getting hundreds of thousands of views and I'm at 300,000 over here, but still I'm not satisfied. You know what I mean? And the thing about ambition is, you know, I think some of it robs me from enjoying some of the joy of the level that I'm at. You know what I mean? Because there's some guys that would love to be at the level I'm just at right now. You know what I mean? And I can't even stop and smell the roses enough to even give a fuck. All I can see is what I'm not doing, where I'm not improving, the things I didn't put out, where I fell short, where I need to buy more stuff, where I need to, what's not enough views. This one to get an engagement. This one, like. So all I can see is where I need to improve at. You know what I mean? I think it robs me of some of the joy that I'm supposed to get to experience.
Ambition. That's a hell of a word, man.
But that ambition is it could be a bit of a curse. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's what helps get you to that level. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
Do you ever feel like your ambition takes away from your mental health?
No. I feel like my ambition keeps me mentally sane. I feel like it because it's my drive. It will keep me going. It keeps me from not being stagnant. You know what I mean? So I always think about what's next. And my ambition keeps me from overthinking. You know what I'm saying? Or beat myself up because I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I believe, it's different for everybody. But for me, my ambition keeps me mentally stable because I'm always what's next. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not, who is satisfied with just this?
Yeah.
I can't be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta keep
I didn't
pushing.
live that way. I have never been the guy who was just, I'm content with this. Because it's always another level. Is always what's next. So.
There's always more to push. There's always more to push.
Yeah.
I think that because I see people that don't have necessarily the purpose that I have. They're not pushing like me, and they also complain about back pain, and they're also saying that they're tired, and they also seem to be suffering. So the thing is, I think at the end of the day, it's sort of like what we have said. My purpose gives me hope, or gives me purpose behind the suffering, because it seems like in this life to survive you're going to suffer anyway, but if you're suffering for something or towards an end, then it gives meaning to that suffering that you're going through, which makes it easier to endure said suffering. You know what I mean? As opposed to not having a plan, struggling and being stressed out to survive anyway.
Got to go through something
and not having a, you know what I mean? It goes to get somewhere. You know what I mean? So
nothing is easy.
It's not easy.
Nothing is easy, man. The pain and suffering you're gonna go through, that's just trials and tribulations, man. That's part of it, man. It's part of it.
I truly believe that, because the attitude now that I take on with challenges is like, I believe wholeheartedly that I'm going to get to where I want to go. Yeah. I believe that with all my heart. So because I believe that, all the challenges that come up, I see as just like, this is supposed to teach me something.
Yeah.
This is supposed to help me level up and get ready for the next level. This is
even
necessary.
The downfalls.
The downfalls especially.
Yeah.
Is to help me level up like right now. All right. What are you gonna, because you think the chart's always gonna go like this? Because like, look, my chart was looking like this for that, right? Because it's like, all right,
that dip.
January, you get 93,000 views. Okay. February, 114,000 views. Good. March, you got 135,000 views. Good. Now you in April, the 4th month, and you know you only had like about 20, 30,000 views, and you're about halfway through the month. You know you can still put in work and make it shake. You know you could, but
Right.
but you also know that the odds of the chart continuously looking like this are not as common as it going like this a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can still be all the way on its way up still
It's
on
a
an
lesson.
overall thing, but at the same time, it's like it's humbling, and it's also a reminder of like it reminds me of the times when I was getting no views, and it reminds me as I was like, I can't stop now, even though it might slow up for a
Ain't
second.
no way.
You know what I mean? You got to keep going, but I'm like, man, you still getting way more views than you ever got before. You still gonna probably end up with bare minimum 70,000, 60,000 views, bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's still a lot of views, more than you ever have gotten. So just keep pushing. You know what I mean? So it going so long without views has really helped me stomach these slower months and these slower times when I'm getting little reviews, because it's like it's still not what you've been through. You know what I mean? So being able to stay the course, keep investing, not jump ship. You know what I mean? Because you have to spend. Right at this point, I'm spending hundreds of dollars every month. Like just the studio alone is $225 a month every month. Not to mention the audio alone, hosting things that are $36 a month.
Right.
The social media manager is $22 a month. You know what I mean? The SoundCloud thing is another $10 a month. You know what I mean? The cloud storage. There's so many things. I'm literally spending at least 300 or more every single month towards this thing, just in reoccurring bills. Not to mention investments in equipment, investments in buying new things, investment in time researching new things is what to buy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so the investment and the amount of energy I'm pouring into this, as well as having 2 jobs, I just know that it has to pay off at some point.
But you're investing in yourself.
Yeah.
You investing in yourself, and that's everything has ups and downs, man. Shit always pretty, man.
It always goes up and down, but
Man, ain't shit
but
always
it
pretty.
helps prepare you.
But once you hit that goal, you appreciate it so much more, man.
Yeah.
Once you work hard for something, and trust me, I know. Once you be in the dirt and you working hard for it, and damn, I had this wrote on my vision board.
Yeah.
I had this goal set.
Yeah.
And I accomplished it.
Yeah.
You feel fucking good for yourself.
Yeah.
You feel great, man.
Yeah.
And it's on to the next.
Yep.
It's only like the pitfalls when you reaching a goal, and in your path for reaching that goal, you hit a pitfall. You got ups, you got downs, you hit a pitfall and shit. Then once you reach that goal, all that does is make you hungrier for the next goal.
Because you're like, if you did
when I
this,
just did this, I
I could do this.
anything.
Yeah.
I can
It
handle
does do that.
anything.
It does do that to you.
Yes.
It does do that to
hell
you.
yeah. When you know where you
For
came
sure.
from, when
For
you know where you
sure.
came from, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When you know where you came from, when you know where you started, like me, I swear, like I knew my mindset. My mindset was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I think back on, 25-year-old Joe, you know what I'm saying? I look at the mindset like, damn, you was wild, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had to go through pitfalls, like rock bottom, in order to start,
Yeah.
going to where you want to go. And once I reached a certain goal, I'm like, damn, I can do anything.
You know what I look at it as, especially with young men, like, I don't want to cut you off.
Do your thing.
Well, I look at it as like, when you a young man, especially a guy built like you, you get a little, like, the thing is, so you're young, you got energy, you haven't experienced enough life you don't know enough to be scared. So you're very ready to do a lot. You know what I mean? You're a young warrior. You know what I mean? For real. You're ready to run. You know what you want. You want your kingdom. You want your shit, right? So you're young. You got the strength. You got the energy. You know what I mean? You got that. So, but the thing is, depending on what opportunities your environment offers to you is when you run into trouble. You know what I mean? Because what opportunities you take care of.
Say that again.
Depending on what opportunities your environment offers to you is when you get into trouble. Because some people grow up in white neighborhoods where they could take all that and the opportunities that their environment offers to them are
that's if you accept
detrimental.
That's if you accept and embark on them opportunities.
Yeah,
that the environment
you still have to
offers
choose.
You have the right to choose. You have the option to choose those things, man.
Sure.
And
It's true.
With a lot of us, it's all about. A lot of us don't. A lot of us young black men hasn't seen when we younger. We haven't seen the other options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when we walk out our doors, we walk out our house, we see dope man, scam man, some guys working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We see certain things and, we enticed by this, the flashy, we enticed by that. A lot of us, not all of us, and a lot of us. So we got certain options. I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of guys who make excuses about where they come from. You know what I mean? That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
That's nowhere near an excuse because in every black neighborhood, there are at least a handful of men and women who work, went to school, did what they were supposed to do. So it's not just it's options. Us as people, we got options, man. We choose certain shit. We choose the easy route, and some of us wake up sooner than others.
That's why I want to have a business where I could put people to work. That's why I wanted to own a factory or something like that, where like I can either train. I need to train you guys to train the work to do because I know that if I just give people things that not going to value it. You know what I mean?
Get nobody shit. Man.
I can't. They got to earn it. You know what I mean? So I could give you a quality of opportunity, not a quality of outcome.
Yeah,
that's people get mixed up. A quality of outcome to there's always gonna be losers. There's always gonna be losers in this world. People that don't want to put in the work. People that fuck up, fuck off. Yeah. You're never gonna be able to stop losers from existing. You know what I mean? That's not the
shit. If you don't got no losers, you ain't got no winners.
Exactly. You can't stop. There's always gonna be losers.
If you eliminate all the losers, you know what you eliminate? All the winners.
All the winners. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't. So you can't do that. You can't
stop losers from.
Everybody got their turn, man. Everybody some people just wake up. You just gotta wake up, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta wake up. You know I learned that the same shit don't excite me as it used to. I can sit around in an area that used to be, I used to thrive in. You know what I mean? And I used to enjoy it. And I'm just looking at the shit like, man, you ever been out? You ever hung out before? Oh man, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
And then you come back, let's just say 5-10 years, you go past. You hang out with the same people.
Yeah.
Y'all in the same, similar environment, whatever. And you just looking around like, man, I'm ready to go home. Shit don't excite me no more.
That's how I feel about watching TV.
Yeah, shit don't excite me no more.
I used to enjoy shows so much, enjoy anime and different shit like that. I still love movies, but me and my life right now to sit down and watch a whole hour, 2 hours by myself of a show like some shit, nah, bro. Like if I watch, most times when I watch stuff right now, it's like a YouTube video, like either talking about the world or something in a news thing or a piece of technology or something relevant, adding value to my life. Not purely just entertainment to make me laugh or just make me go, ooh, that's cool, that's interesting, or caught up in some fictional world that don't exist for real. You know what I mean? Like, it's to teach me more about the real world that I'm living in. When I'm watching content, YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's has something to do with your life now.
Exactly. So me, like, even though I love movies, I still might watch a movie with a shorty. I still might go on a date, watch a movie. But me, alone by myself, I can't get into it. And I was watching some anime the other day. I tried like 4 weeks ago because I was stressed about something, and I didn't feel like. And I was like, you know what? Let me watch this show. And I sat down and I love this anime. It's My Hero Academia. It's one of my favorite ones. I sit down and I'm watching it, and I can't even bring myself to really focus on it because I keep just thinking about shit and trying to probably I should be doing this. I turn it off and just go to work. So I editing shit, start coming over because I'm like I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't enjoy it. I feel like I'm failing myself every time I relax. Even when I chill with a shorty, even when I get so tired, I just I'm gonna take a nap. I still feel like, listen, you didn't put in the work, you didn't buy X equipment, you didn't have X interview,
feel like that you didn't, burn yourself
and that's the reason why you're not where you're supposed to be.
Because burn yourself out.
If you did what you were supposed to do, wouldn't you have the results you want? You don't have the results you want because you didn't do what you needed to do.
You're gonna burn yourself out.
That's just how that's like wanting strong muscles. I want a bigger chest. Did you go to the gym? Did you put in the workout, or did you say you were tired? Did you get distracted? Did you were short?
But did you also take your rest?
You're not gonna get the results if you don't.
But did you take your rest? You know what I mean? You can't go to the gym and just pump, 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 pump. Your muscles have to rest
Yeah.
and heal.
Yeah.
Just as your mind. Anytime you hustling, you grinding, you trying to get somewhere, you also have your mind and your body have to rest and heal. So when you go back out to put the work in, your mind is clear.
Yeah.
Your body is rested and you ready. You know what I mean? So it's just
but
like a
sleep
workout,
is,
bro.
sleep
You
is
have to
expensive. I can't do it now. I can't do it.
you have to rest.
I get
If
about
you
4
don't-
hours. That's about it. That's a good night. That's
I
a
mean,
good
no,
night.
that's good. That's good.
That's a
But
good night.
you have to. This is your temple. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This. You only gonna get one.
You're right.
When you look at shit in life, like we don't care about cars because I have 5, 10, 100 cars. You know what I'm saying? In life, you only get one body.
Yeah.
So this is your temple. So I have to rest this. I have to take care of this because I can't get another. I can't go buy another fucking body.
I felt bad about that. You're right about that.
You
So
know what I
speaking
mean?
of my body, my temple, it's a good segue to something that I'm going through this week, going through today actually. I was gonna save it for the brand bullet segment, but we're going through a good amount anyway. Where we're going yeah, perfect. So, in an effort to be more productive, I've been struggling with falling asleep, even when I'm here and at the desk doing the work, and I got so much podcast I need to put out, so much things I need to do,
Falling
and
asleep.
yeah, at the desk and shit here. You know what I mean? And I've been taking lion's mane. It's like a mushroom that helps with the brain. It does help.
Oh,
It
you've
does-
been taking what?
it's a lion's mane mushroom. It helps. It's a natural thing though.
A mushroom.
That's not the problem. That's not the problem. The mushroom ain't the problem.
Yeah, I ain't taking nothing.
No, it's not a psychedelic mushroom. It's a natural mushroom. It's just there. It's a vitamin. You can
So
buy it on.
what do we? Hold on, wait a minute.
You buy it on Amazon.
You got to explain this shit to me because I don't
All right,
indulge.
I'll
so-
explain it. It's a neurotropic. Neurotropic is a section of medicines and natural herbs specifically designed to improve and affect your brain health. Lion's mane mushrooms, cordyceps, are known to improve the firing rate of your synapses, the neurons between your brain cells.
Will the shit help you stay woke?
What it does is it increases your mental fluidity. What I'm saying is your brain firing, the speed at which your brain moves. If your brain was moving this fast, 3 weeks into taking mushroom cordyceps every single day, your brain moves this fast. You could feel you more easier to come to thoughts,
I get that, but you was having problems sleeping.
Yeah.
So is this
It
shit
wasn't
helping?
It was solving some of it as far as the mental fog of sleep deprivation. Because when you have sleep deprivation for a long time, I felt myself getting dumber. Like I felt my brain slowing down.
Go to
How I
sleep.
said, no, I don't have time to sleep. So I use mushroom cordyceps to counteract that sleep deprivation. You know what I mean? So
What?
So it was only bringing me back up to close to below baseline,
No,
right?
bro, I
So-
don't recommend, bro. I think
So to push even harder,
rest.
the first thing I took today, I've been talking about it for weeks, thinking about getting my hands on some Adderall. You know what I mean, or the equivalent. You know what I mean? And
I ain't gonna lie. Let's
And-
let's take a time out, man.
and
We do not promote.
don't
we
don't
not
don't
promoting
do
no
it.
shit like
Don't
that.
do
We
it.
ain't
Don't
doing
do
that.
it.
We going to sleep, man.
But
Get your rest,
my
man.
problem is this: if you're looking at CharlieGtv and you're someone who looks up to me, and you're saying to yourself, "I want to work like him. I want to put output like him," and I'm sitting here telling you that I'm doing it, eating nothing but nice fruits and vegetables, and I'm lying to you. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you what I'm trying to do to help
we
me.
ain't taking no
reach it.
fucking Adderall.
But look, I took one today, and I got a good amount of work done. I didn't get amazing amount of work done because I still smoked weed, and because of that, I probably counteracted maybe 20% of the effectiveness of the
How the
Adderall.
fuck you gonna take
Yeah.
an Adderall and smoke some weed? This shit, they all in there fighting like a motherfucker right now. They in there boxing. They boxing right now, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
The
So
fuck?
I got one more pill left. I'll take that tomorrow, and I'll try not to smoke with it. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that I needed to be more productive, and in doing that, I feel bad about putting Adderall into my system because that's like a drug, and that's my temple. You know what I mean? And I worry about how the long term effects of, because I do admit that I was way more alert, way more up. Didn't fall asleep on my computer one time. I was alert doing everything, and I'm still alert right now, and I feel good. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I know that it's something that's not good for my system in the long term. I feel like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm looking at the competition. You know what I mean? Whether it's white people, Asian people, all of these guys, people like Like I got AI to compete with. I got to compete with guys that have the best upbringing, the best tutoring systems ever. I got to compete with guys that do take Adderall, do sniff cocaine, do all of that shit, and stay up for hours and do all of the shit. I got to compete with people willing to get fucking brain chips now. You know what I mean? I got to compete with people that already have the networking and stuff and the input. So to me, as an outsider, as a guy working all alone, I'm like, me just trying to do this all natural with no connections and no money behind me and no nothing, just my work ethic. I got to also work 2 jobs to fund all of the shit that I do to even be able to run at the level that I'm at. You know what I mean? So I literally can't sleep enough. I don't have time. Like I'm literally working like 3-4 people. I swear to God, I am. You know what I mean? Even though
that shit not healthy though.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy. But
it's no. I get it. You on a grind.
Yeah,
Trust me.
not
I've been there. You on a grind, but man, you have to, like with every business owner, every motherfucker grinding and hustling, you got to learn balance. If you don't learn balance, then you gonna always be like this. You know what I mean? Always gonna be off track.
And unfortunately, I've been taking, just regular Tylenol too sometimes because my feet be hurting, my hip be hurting. So think
about this. All this shit you putting inside your temple, man. Think about all the shit you putting inside your temple, bro.
Yeah, Tylenol for the pain, this to get the brain function
Adderall,
right.
weed, Tylenol, mushrooms,
testosterone stuff.
Come on, man.
But that's just ashwagandha, tongkat ali, shilajit, and some tribulus. But these are all natural herbs. You know what I mean? The only thing unnatural that I put in my body for real is Tylenol that I put in there sometimes for the pain and my feet hurt and shit like that. And now the Adderall. Well, this is really a generic version of B93, whatever. But it's Adderall, really. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, and I'm thinking, they'll give you a prescription for Adderall online. You know what I mean?
I don't want shit.
You know what I mean? But I don't want it. I don't
Who
want to
give you a prescription?
Huh?
Who give you the prescription? Online doctors?
Yeah, the same way how you can get one for Bluetooth for erectile dysfunction, and it'll be completely online. It'll be an online consult.
What about Percocets? They give you
I don't know about that, but I looked up online when I wanted Adderall. I looked up getting on Adderall online, and a literal company popped up, and they said, and they start off with a little questionnaire to decide if you have ADHD or not. And I just answered like I had ADHD, right? And then I answered and it said, "Ooh, there's an 80% chance you have ADHD. Cool, we'll schedule you with a consultant." Schedule with that consultant. After that, the membership starts in the subscription. So basically, I was about to get a subscription for Adderall. It was gonna be easy as fuck. They don't ask you. Once you go past that shit, they're gonna give you they're gonna give it to you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't have the money to start it, so I didn't do it. You know what I mean? But I might, because look, I'm like, man, I gotta get work done, and I like being productive.
Just
I like
find
staying
other
up.
ways.
It's not easy. It's like I gotta get off of it once I make it.
I just want you to find other ways, man. You know what I mean? Try to find different options.
I want other ways. I do.
Try to find different options.
But sometimes I look up to God, and I'm like, He's holding back my tax money. He's making me work hard as I got.
God ain't holding back your goddamn tax money.
God's holding back my tax money.
God ain't holding back your tax money,
and it's like I be looking at it like I'm never gonna catch a break.
They say God is holding back the tax money, bro. Listen, that's the first. God holding back your tax money. So the big God up there, like,
you trying to make it every, like, I'm just like, yo,
you out of control for that, bro.
I can't pay for views. I got the money. I can't do nothing.
You out of control.
I gotta scratch for every
God got your tax
of progress I get, bro. You know what I mean? I can't. No one. No, nothing ever going.
I didn't even know God did taxes. I knew He was capable of all things, but the one thing I didn't know was God had a tax. Where He got a building in Detroit.
I'm telling you, dog. He ain't trying.
Everybody got a fucking tax building. God doing taxes.
I'm telling you, I went through the effort to get through. I'm supposed to get a good tax return, and He want to have it held back.
God doing taxes.
He want to have me send a little letter. He couldn't let His number one soldier get through. I'm trying to do my best to be a force for good. You know what I mean? Working 2 jobs, busting my ass. You gotta stop me. I'm the guy you gotta stop. That's crazy, dog. I'm working my ass off, bro. Like, that's crazy that I can't get no type of just little nudge. Like, no little, like, here you go, bro. Yeah, you've been working. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Just work for everything. All right, no doubt. You know what I'm saying?
I got to get up and go to work in the morning.
I'm telling you, dog. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, all I'm saying is that mental.
God hold his tax money.
Ambition is a rough thing, you know what I mean?
Ambition is beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing, but it's a double-edged sword. It can push you to greatness. And
ambition, and discipline. Man, if you got both of them, you gonna succeed.
But we ain't even talk about. So how do you feel about J. Cole apologizing, bro? How you feel about him coming out with a 7-minute diss, smoking them, Yeah. Who do you think is on top in this thing between J. Cole, Kendrick, Rick Ross, and whoever else I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting J. Cole, Kendrick, Rick Ross. Who else is
Drake.
in there? Drake. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who's on
Well,
who's on top?
you
to
know
you?
I mean, you know me. All that, everything that we see is surface level. Uh,
Who do you,
if you just want me to pick somebody who I feel like had a good diss or on top of it all, you know, I love J. Cole music. I love him as an artist,
yeah.
but you know, I feel like it's something after this. J. Cole, yeah, I'm gonna roll with J. Cole because I love him as an artist. I love his delivery. I love his message.
Yeah.
I love what he stand for. You know what I mean? He ain't into the hype. He not one of the ones that's, what I'm saying, trying to be socially accepted.
Yeah.
But
How you feel about him apologizing or trying to?
I mean, he he probably got caught up in the hype, and
I guess that's right.
he allowed. I feel like he allowed, Kendrick to get him off his square.
Yeah.
And he went and he probably had the wrong crowd around him that hyped him up.
Yeah.
And he went in there and dropped a cold one.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, look out for what's next. It's something that's about to happen. Somebody about to drop an album. It's about to go. This is always a ploy to make some more cheese. Man.
Always.
It's always a ploy to the consumer.
Even though J. Cole apologized, my take on that is I think that because to me, J. Cole apologizing is like Mike Tyson saying, you know what, I won't fight you. It's okay. You got it. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like personally that J. Cole, if he should for some reason get on that mic with malicious intent and start rapping and really crafting bars against these guys and really get in the gym and start battling these guys, that I feel like in pure rapping ability and wordplay ability and delivery and cleverness and creativity and lines and metaphors, J. Cole will mop the floor with these guys.
J. Cole
will mop the floor with these guys.
Beast, bro.
And I don't think J. Cole really wants to use his gift like that. So I think J. Cole was like, you know what, I'm more of a positive dude. I'm gonna let y'all have this.
Where it started from though? What was the origin of it?
I want to say it started with Kendrick on that Future Like That track. He came Ain't No Big Three, it's just Big Me and something like
Kendrick
that.
was here, went there, and now he's in a beef. Come on, man.
Kendrick, yeah. So Kendrick, exactly. Now he's in the beef. That's why they both accuse him of, now because we front running now because we doing it now because you not fucking with us. Now you trying to
when J. Cole album dropped, went #1.
Yeah.
When J. Cole album dropped, went #1. Kendrick ain't had motion 5-6 years. He ain't had no
His
motion.
last album did good. Damn was good. I don't know if he dropped one since then. Nah. Oh yeah, he did. He dropped that one when it was that one didn't do good at all.
Hey,
that
what my dog Charlemagne tells Safari, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
that ain't it, bro.
He had one like I said after that, but he had like a crown with like thorns on it or whatever.
Kendrick ain't had no pressure.
That one ain't hit. Like Damn was a good ass album. Damn was even J. Cole said Damn was a good ass album.
Kendrick had pressure since about what 17, 18.
Damn was good and Good Kid, Mad City was great. You know what I mean? And To Pimp a Butterfly was gonna be like a classic to a degree. You know what I mean? But Good Kid, Mad City and Damn is Kendrick's best projects. You know what I mean? And what J. Cole said on his track is right. He averaged like a hot verse every 30 months or something. He was right about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Kendrick barely come out. He barely come out. Kendrick, J. Cole been giving you fire verses all the time, hitting you over the head with them shits.
Kendrick ain't had no motion, man. Kendrick was. They was 5, 6, 7 years ago. They had Kendrick, best rapper. You know what I mean? He was top. He was fired, and you ain't heard shit from him.
So to me, it's like number one, it was never gonna be between Drake because he has a ghostwriter. I can't trust that he got everybody writing his track. Can't trust that. That's one. Two, I was always gonna be between J. Cole and Kendrick and Rick Ross because these are the three real rappers, real writers in my mind. And between those three, J. Cole got him beat, and J. Cole's the one that bowed out the beef. Now I mean, niggas mad because he bowed out, but really, it is what it is.
How could you be mad that he bowed out when he's really out of his element?
Yeah, he came in, smoked them. He's like, you know what? It's not really what I do. Let me stop. All right, I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean? Because he don't really do that. But his wordplay, his delivery, the way he do shit,
Yeah.
They cannot fuck with J. Cole. They could not. Like I said,
I fucks with J. Cole, bro.
he's like like I said, he's like a Mike Tyson fucking with them
I
niggas. For
fucks
real.
with J. Cole. Kendrick, I don't know. Kendrick, you ain't heard enough Kendrick for real,
I
man.
fuck with Kendrick, but Kendrick
ain't
not
play
as
in
good
LA.
as
They love him in LA. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers fuck with Kendrick in LA. You ain't
Oh my god.
niggas in Detroit ain't talking about, oh, Kendrick, fire.
But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and toss it to Charles. Charles, are you there, Charles? Charles, are you there? Please come in, Charles. Oi, Charles there with the news and the headlines to keep you lot informed of what's going on in the world. You understand? That you know what's going on out there, man. To keep you informed and all that. You get me? Here we are, first story up here. Alarming ocean temperatures suggest a daunting hurricane season. You know what I mean? When it gets this warm and it's record warmness here happening, that means that we're going into the summer and the fall and all that. Expect record hurricanes happening here. Who knows if one's going to hit New York and all that? And I mean, devastating damage going to happen here. So get ready for all sorts of refugees and FEMA and all of that happening. And who knows? It could be more lockdowns of disease spreading. Who knows what they're going to do with this, man? Who knows what's going to happen? Just stay tuned because Mother Nature has a fucking just storming up a big thing for us. You know what I mean? Next story up here. O.J. Simpson has finally met his demise, I suppose, at the age of 76. To mixed reactions online. Some people remember him as a great football player and want to remember the big black legend who was famous and inspired many people. Some people feel as if he was a bit of a pariah in society. Was as Caitlyn Jenner tweeted, "good riddance" when he died and all that. You know what I mean? So it's he's definitely a polarizing figure, but I would never celebrate the death of another man, especially a black man. So for that, we say rest in peace, brother, and hopefully you find peace on the other side. As we saw, your life has been quite tumultuous. Another one here, last story here, but certainly not least. There's been a development in the war here. If it's never looked like World War III to you before, but when you have Iran getting into the war now with Israel, this is downright biblical, isn't it? It's the Jews and the Gentile, isn't it? You know what I mean? There's downright biblical war happening here, and they've officially gotten into the fray here as we see bombs here dropping, and it looks like shooting stars, brother. How many missiles are going off? Going in between the two states and all that, man. So it's full war going on there now across the world. I mean, so just if you're an able-bodied man who could be eligible for the draft, just do your push-ups and be on strength, bro, because you never know. Could be drafting your ass next fucking week, innit? For more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate that. Yeah, every time I pop up to look at the headlines and look at the world, I discover it's a scary fucking place. I work so hard and I focus on what I got to do. If it wasn't for this podcast, I honestly would be very uninformed of what's happening in the world. But every time I look up to find these headlines, I find out what's going on. I'm always feeling like we're on the brink to certain fucking death. You know what I mean? It's just, all these headlines are not real good. Not good stuff. Not good stuff
at all.
None of it's good stuff. You know what I mean? One of the things that's killing me right now, that's on my mind a lot, even if I'm supposed to go into the brain builder segment, I'm gonna go into it. I am, but I just wanted to touch on one thing. It's this COVID cover up. So billions of people had to take this vaccine, were forced to take this vaccine. It's now coming out from the World Health Organization that there's been several, like a significant amount of side effects due to this vaccine. You know what I mean? And there's been excess deaths all over the UK and people literally dying unnecessarily and athletes dying, like literal athletes trained to the peak of their body, dying of a heart attack or a blood clot. And the only factor is that they took this damn vaccine and that is causing a rise in heart attacks and certain blood clots and certain problems. So
COVID vaccine?
The COVID vaccine, the Moderna one, and now you have to know that the pharmaceutical industry is the biggest donator of advertisement to the legacy media, which is CNN, Fox News, all of that. They get all of the money from pharma, all of those medical commercials you see all in the middle of selling all those pills. That's what pays their bills. So they're not going to spread it. But the thing is, science is science and numbers is numbers.
Right.
And COVID, to me, I have people that love to just believe the establishment, or they just believe because they believe that their ability to fight the establishment doesn't exist. They're just like, what can you do anyway? May as well just you're not gonna do anything anyway. We know it's gonna fight the government anyway, so why worry about it? You know, they just give up basically. Really, they're the reason for the death of America in my mind. But the thing is this: COVID is such an example of corruption on all the levels now, because COVID was supposed to be sanctioned by the government things, and it hasn't been tested. Like literally, the Pfizer, who was supposed to make the vaccine, right?
Right.
They had to produce a study on the side effects and the stuff on their vaccine to produce it to the World Health Organization. It's a 174-page document, and they redacted every page. Literally, what it means is They gave them 174 pages of your T-shirt, black, redact. So
Yeah.
this is a study for the vaccine that everyone had to take, and you're giving us the study blanked out.
Like they was rushing it.
No, as in no. They had the study, but they don't want to give us the results, so it's redacted. So and they're saying they don't want to release it for another 50 years or something.
But it was so rushed. Every vaccine was
because
so
they
rushed.
rushed it. They rushed it. That's why they
were scared.
But right now, the reason it's like how I don't know if you remember ivermectin being mentioned in the news, but ivermectin was they hated Joe Rogan for because Joe Rogan had got COVID and he has doctors of his own, and he said they prescribed for him ivermectin was like an antiviral thing. And he got rid of COVID in like 2 days. No, he never took the vaccine. She got rid of COVID. 2 days he was good. And they kept coming at him and everyone on the news media. There was a time when I could play literally you name the news outlet, Wall Street Journal. Everyone was saying that ivermectin was a horse drug, a horse dewormer. That's what they said. And literally there was a law passed a month ago, a week or two ago, that said that they're literally not allowed to say that anymore, like by a federal, because ivermectin has been prescribed to humans, was originally for humans, and just because it is used in animals, or like literally that's a lie, right? So they're literally by law not allowed to say that anymore. But when that was the only alternative to the vaccine that would literally save your life. But they wanted to push the vaccine so much that they were telling you that ivermectin was for horses. So there's so many examples with COVID that show how the truth is this, but they told you this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And now they're not trying to cut. And so to anyone that still had belief in the establishment or belief in these government institutions, you know what I mean? Like, this is clear evidence. COVID is such a bright, like we all lived through. We all saw the news. They were making the unvaccinated people seem like the worst people ever. You know what I mean? They were trying to demonize anything that wasn't the COVID way and the vaccine answer to it.
Yeah.
And now we see what really happened here. We see, you know what I mean? Like, it's just messed up because my mother, my grandmother, so many of my family members took the vaccine. You know what I mean? So I'm not even mad at them, but it's just like I'm more mad at it because there was a time on my job, MMI, there was a time for like 2 months, maybe 3. I think it was only 2 months though. If you were vaccinated, just because you were vaccinated, they were paying you extra $180 a month just for being vaccinated.
Damn.
So you had people that were having their jobs threatened for not being vaccinated, and you had people whose jobs were literally paying them extra money just because you're vaccinated.
$80 to go
you know
get
what I mean?
vaccinated.
Yeah, to get vaccinated. You know
I'm
what
not taking that shit. COVID, I believe
Which
COVID
made me more suspicious. That made me more, what?
I believe COVID.
Fuck?
I believe COVID hit the United States. They were surprised, but as the country we are, the foundation we was built on, once it hit, it was time to capitalize.
Yeah.
The capitalists came out. Once COVID hit, the capitalists came out.
But
so
that's the pharmaceutical industry.
It was no longer about, saving lives. It was about how can we capitalize.
And one of the things that Robert F. Kennedy talks about is like how America was already a sick nation. We don't talk about how the pharmaceutical company is already making us a sick nation combined with the food companies.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why.
Yeah, because they making us dependent on, they make us, they have a doctor prescribe you or diagnose you with something, then they make your body dependent on a prescription. So that your body, without this prescription, you would die or you'll get worse. So how the fuck is that possible?
Because now you're making me weak in what you're thinking. So the thing is,
he weakening my immune
system.
He
said about this. He said COVID was a worldwide thing, right? America has 5% of the world's population. America had 16% of the whole world's COVID deaths. We got 5%. Yeah. We performed the worst.
That was a scary time.
He said because we were the sickest nation to begin with.
They was killing white people. When white people start dying, I get scared.
Everybody was dying.
Yeah, they was killing white people.
Yeah.
When it's just black people, I'd be like, all right, I figure what they do. When they start killing their own people too, yeah, I'm like, shit, I gotta. When I caught that shit, I was in there doing 100 push-ups at a time. I got to shake this, bro.
Yeah, but that was honestly the right answer. You believe it or not, that was right. Because the reason why they say the top reason why people died of COVID is like most people that died of COVID had 2 or 3 other factors. They were like either had asthma,
underlying conditions,
and they had diabetes, or they had high blood pressure. They had something else, a couple other things, and then COVID just pushed them over the edge. You know what I mean?
Dying fully healthy.
fully healthy 23-year-old.
They had some, but that was rare. That was very
run
rare.
5 miles and then drop dead.
That was very rare, though. But I remember one
when
argument.
I had it, I remember the first time I had it, it scared me. The first time I had it, because I'm like, damn. Like, man, I'm eating some food. I'm like, this shit tastes like metal. I'm like, damn. This shit, in my mind, I fucked my food up. All right, whatever. So I go take a shower. Damn, man, I can't smell my soap. Usually I smell my shit. I can't smell nothing.
Wow.
Like, oh fuck. And I knew everybody around me was catching COVID.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So me, I go in there, peanut butter. Peanut butter strong.
Yeah.
Put my whole nose in it. Can't smell nothing. I said,
and your nose not clogged up neither.
I say they burnt me.
Oh, they burnt.
I said they got burnt.
Oh my God.
They got burnt, bro. They got me, but I didn't feel it.
I don't know if I ever had it officially. I remember I think I might have had it recently.
I was tested.
But you tested, you had it.
I tested
I've
positive.
never had a positive test.
I tested positive. The first time I tested positive, I couldn't smell for 2 days, couldn't taste for a couple of days, and I bounced back. I never had any physical ailments though. I always was able to still work out. But the second time, they put me down. Not as far as ventilator and no shit like that.
Yeah.
But I was sick as far as I caught it. Remember COVID had a second round.
Yeah.
So I caught it during the second round. I want to say that was like 2019, late 2019. I caught it. That was the second round. No,
it's 2021.
No. Stop me. I caught COVID the second time, 2022. 2022. Late 22. I caught COVID late 22, and I was sick. That's back when. That's when it started having the same symptoms as the flu.
Yeah.
At first, it wasn't no flu symptoms.
Yeah.
You was can't breathe.
Yeah.
Messed up. The second time, it was same symptoms as the flu.
Yeah.
So I basically caught the same symptoms as the goddamn flu, and I shook it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that I never had shortness of breath. I never had none of that. I always wondered, like, damn, how was it really killing people like that?
There was a time when it was just too much of my mental health. I'm talking about mental health. Like,
that shit was scary.
At the time, I was working at Lowe's. It was my only job, but that's the only job I needed because at the time, during the height of COVID, it was March 2020. It was right when shit had hit, and it was guess what Lowe's did? We'll give you unlimited overtime. Oh, great. I got unlimited overtime now. Yeah, of course. Now when no one wants to work in the store and everyone's dropping dead like flies, no one wants to be in this bitch. Yeah, sure. Now unlimited overtime now. Great. You know what I mean? But it was rough because I remember one time it was in June, and I was damn near about to. This is the closest I came to having a mental breakdown. I was just because my manager at my job was on my ass trying to get me fired. It was right before I got transferred out of there, and thank God to get to another Lowe's. But she was trying to get me fired. The white lady on my ass, and I was dealing with COVID at the time, and at the time it was right during that whole George Floyd thing had just happened. You know what I mean? So the whole Black Lives Matter thing was happening at that time, and the George Floyd thing had happened. So societally, I'm feeling like fucked up. In my job, I'm feeling fucked up. I'm worried about my health with this COVID shit. And at the time, I'm living in an apartment with shorty, so I'm still got to pay my bills. So I got to go to work. You know what I mean? So I'm living on my own at the time. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot at my head at the time. And I was just like, God damn, give me a goddamn break. You know what I mean? It was a lot of that time. So that was a very stressful time. Very, very stressful time. You know what I mean?
COVID was scary, you made it through that, bro. Bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Motherfuckers have been shot at all type of shit. COVID was a different animal because
especially when it first hit.
You couldn't see. So when you out there, you can see dog coming. You can see certain shit coming.
Yeah.
You can't see COVID coming. That shit coming.
Yeah.
You don't know when you done sniffed it.
You don't know.
You don't know nothing. All you doing is trying to breathe. You know what I'm saying? And doggy moan and walked you down. You know what I mean? Motherfucker walked you down. You just trying to breathe.
I remember one guy had a good argument, and he almost made me get the vaccine because of the argument he had, and I still decided, nah, leave it to God. His argument was this: he said, because I did believe it. He said, I still believe it. He said, you believe COVID was made in that Wuhan lab in China, and they made that? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that's right. What happened? Yeah, yep. So you believe that COVID is a man-made thing trying to enter your body for the most part,
right?
Yeah. All right. Now you got the vaccine. What you worried about? A man-made item trying to enter into your body, right? Yeah. Okay. So either way you do it, whether you don't take the vaccine, a man engineered biochemical thing is trying to enter your body.
Can't fix it.
Either way you put it, either way you put it, because COVID is man made and the vaccine is man made. So either way,
but
either way, something's getting in your body that you don't want to be in there. You know what I mean?
I didn't do my research, but I heard him always saying, like, if you ever looked on the back of a Lysol or Clorox or something, it always said, something about COVID. I don't know how true that is or how far back it goes. They were saying it always said something about COVID-19. But I don't think so, because basically COVID-19, it came out in 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom said she got sick and she didn't. That's before they actually had a quote. They actually named it.
Yeah, named it.
COVID-19.
People was getting sick before. That always happens. People get sick before they tell you why people get sick.
That shit. I feel bad for the people that it took out. You know what I mean? Because that was. And
people lost people to that. You know what I mean?
That was a sad time when you look. You look on the news. You look on CNN, and in the right hand corner, they got millions, and it's the number going up every day about.
And the fact that people were capitalizing on this, and even when it was your job to even try to come up with something to try to save people, you were so focused on trying to profit that you did some bullshit version.
Selling a mask
you didn't test
tissue.
it enough. I'm talking about just these pharmaceutical companies.
You know what they do?
These guys are evil. These guys are,
they're about that pay.
In my opinion, honestly, they're evil.
They're about that pay. Them and that goddamn and them senators, them congressmen.
You're using human suffering to Power rating?
Nah.
They're using human suffering
this enough power
to make money.
Right
making money off human suffering. You know what I mean?
Let's put this Hennessy. Y'all might as well go ahead and contact CharlieGtv, man. Don't give us a little sponsorship, man. We promoting a little hen doggy dog, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I already knew they wouldn't do that because there was this party circuit going around. I remember when they were called Henny Palooza. You know what I mean? And it was known on this thing. It was really fun. And they used to have a free Henny at every fucking party they would throw.
Henny ain't fuck with.
And even though they had hundreds of thousands of views, subscribers, and they were literal, but getting venues to give them for free. All of that, like they had the venues people fuck with them, but Hennessy as a company wouldn't fuck with them, and that's why they turned into Duce Palooza as opposed to Henny Palooza.
You don't want to mess with me. You don't want to promote. So you don't want to bring no money to the table. Get up out of here.
That's why Henny Palooza became Duce Palooza. You know what I mean? So that just showed me, even though we all love Henny,
right there.
Yeah, even though we all love Henny, Henny don't love us back. So now we in a brand with a segment. We got my guy here. You're doing this thing over here. Trucking over here at what you call it? You see my guy from the last spot. You see him there. You know what I mean?
For
see
sure,
my guy
man.
doing this thing over here. Happy family man. You know what I mean? Doing your thing out here.
Just a truck driver.
I'm really
man.
happy you're making your new way. I'm happy for you working for Pepsi, man. I'm happy that you're making legitimate.
Shout out to Pepsi, man. They gave me a shot at the title, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Pepsi, for giving my black man
shout
here
out to
try,
Pepsi, man.
to try to make good in this life. You know what I mean? I really respect that.
Shout out the title, man.
I love that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that
because it's not easy out here. You know what I mean? There's so many trying to turn to the dark side. You know.
First off, there ain't no turn to the dark side. I've lived in the dark side for years.
You think the darkness is your ally? I was born, and he coming like Bane. I was born in the
I thrived in the dark side before, man, and I still you think it's all right, but I'm at peace, man. I love life right now.
Everything comes with a price.
Everything is full circle. I'm not looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about nothing. You know what I mean? Even with me driving trucks for Pepsi right now, I'm always worried about what's next. And the next step is, getting my degree so I can become a sales rep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to keep advancing. I want to buy box trucks. And, my goal is just, earlier today I was out and I was riding through Birmingham and Bloomfield.
Yeah.
And I was really just looking at houses. I was literally just looking, not that I can go buy one, but I'm looking at these $1 million houses, $600,000-$700,000 house. And I know my goal.
Yeah.
And I swear that's my piece.
Yeah.
I go and I just ride and I look at these houses and,
one day I'm
sometimes even because they have a lot of development out there.
Yeah.
So, sometimes I pull up and even talk to the people that's building
a house.
Often I catch the person who's getting a house built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just be asking them, what do you do? How do you get there? You know what I mean? Because you need that advice. And I gotta go. The energy I put into the streets, I'm putting into legitimate things.
That's why you're gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah, man.
That same feeling since you had out there, you're gonna apply to.
I'm on a mission, man. We met at a job, and I decided, you know what? This job is, even though this job is not
the be all end all. It came into your life
It's
for a
not,
reason.
bro. It's my stepping stone.
Yeah.
That job was a great opportunity. It was a great stepping stone. They gave me an opportunity. I came in. I worked. I gave as what for what they gave me. I gave them. It was an equal exchange.
Yeah.
Equal exchange. I worked hard. You know
Yeah.
what I mean. You was there. You seen it. I worked
you
hard.
putting in the work.
And but that wasn't my beginning or the end all.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
For sure.
I had to take a chance on myself. I had to go get some education. Became a truck driver. And now that I got my foot in the door at a company like Pepsi, first thing I see is, it's so crazy, bro. The first thing I go in there and I see, and I look on the wall, they got the guys, you know, as far as like seniority, how long you've been here and stuff. And I see guys who've been driving since 85.
Yeah.
And he's literally still a truck driver.
Yeah.
And I see young guys over here in these offices with their name on the doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sales rep, HR, all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's where I'm going. I want to be what's next. You know what I'm saying? It's always about what's next, bro. You know, I'm never gonna sit back and drive a truck for the rest of my life. I'm never gonna say, okay, this is it. I've reached my peak. This is
what I will say is that I heard you talking about you want to go into sales. And Patrick Bet David, who runs Valuetainment, he's one of my mentors that I look at for being an entrepreneur and being a businessman out here. Yeah. He says that if he had to recommend one job for you to get before you go start your business, before you quit your job to run your business, he said regardless of whatever business you're trying to run, he highly, highly recommends that you go get a sales job. He says that anyone can be good at sales if you learn how to do sales. You know what I mean? And if you're an entrepreneur and you're in business, guess what? You're in sales because you're trying to sell your business. Yeah, whatever service, whatever product, whatever you're doing in business, you're in sales. So it'll be beneficial for you to go get a sales job and get paid to learn how to sell and be a salesman because you're going to use that same ability to sell your own businesses, to sell your own service, to sell your own personability with different customers. That's
a good way to think about it. That's a good way to take it.
So he recommends to get a sales job. I still think about that sometimes.
That's a good way to take it.
Think about getting a sales job, to learn the battle of how to sell people, learn what they want, learn what their concerns are, learn how to answer their questions about the product knowledge, learn about their concerns, the things they might
learn to make a person think that their want is a need.
Yeah.
That's what
and convince them it's a good idea to spend this money. I think that's
an artistry of sales, is convincing people that a want is a need.
You gotta. Where he would go is he would be like, why don't they want to buy this car? It costs too much. This. Why wouldn't they want to buy this car? He said when he was doing the thing, one of the things that would win over is product knowledge, like knowing the car, knowing the number, knowing how much it's going to cost.
Oh, for sure.
Knowing the cuts first, because first you ask, what do you want? You're looking for A to B, a vehicle. You're looking for something for the family, or you're looking for something to flashy, show your boys and ladies' night out. I mean, girls.
The want. Like what drives you?
What are you after? Learn what they're after.
What drives
and then use your product knowledge to tailor the sales experience to what they already want, and then try to get your sale. You know what I mean? Yeah. So doing that over and over, seeing, all right, I'm offering services to a business owner. I'm offering service to a farm owner. I'm offering service to, what would they want? How can and Mark Cuban said the same thing. Similar thing, but different thing. Mark Cuban said when he was starting off his business at 12 years old, he was, I forgot what he was doing. He was doing something with the garbage or something. But bottom line is this. He said when he was doing his business, the first starting off, he said, how can I help? How can I be of service? How can I make their life easier? You know what I mean? And how could I charge him for that convenience? You know what I mean? So his thing was always, how
people love paying for convenience.
You got to find a way to help someone. So he was just, and it's really, so you think about a business owner, think about them struggling. How could you help them? Based on what could you do to help them? Yeah. And would it help them enough that they'd be willing to pay for it? You know what I mean? So when you look at people, homeowners, they have things that got to upkeep their house. When you think of people with their cars, you get stuff to wash. That's why people got into a car detailing thing where they go travel to you and wash your car, because it's like, that's a convenience thing. That's why they'd be like, what can I offer to you? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy you say that, because I was talking to my homeboy today, and he was like, bro, we should start a car detailing business. And I was like, man, I'm willing to invest in that.
Yeah.
I'm willing to invest in it. It's another idea. And I'm all right, because my brother father, he got his own building and he detailing cars. So I told my homeboy, I said, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
Especially if you could get the right clientele and they'll pay you decent amounts.
People gonna mess with you anyway. I mean, certain people, I know me, people gonna they're gonna be like, exactly. You know what, because they know Joe about his business.
Exactly.
So they gonna they gonna give me a shot at the title. You know what I mean?
That means a lot. And reputation sells. That's the reason why
Oh man,
you got to guard your reputation so much as a businessman. You know what I mean? And you got to treat every customer like they matter. Like that. That's what
treat people. You got to be a good person.
Yeah,
be a good person.
Word of mouth is gonna be your best advertisement.
Be a good person, man.
You know what I mean? If they had a bad business deal with you, if they feel like you charged them too much, or they feel like you didn't do good work,
you got down.
Or they feel like
if we do a business deal, if you feel good and I feel good, that was a good deal.
That'll serve me longer term. You know what I mean? As opposed to trying to get the most out of every deal, get the more, and you're not building a reputation, you're not building a relationship.
Give
with
and
that
take,
person.
bro.
You know what I mean? So, so for sure, getting the sales to help grow your business. You know what I mean? And consider having a loyalty plan for your company as well.
Never be
stagnant.
And never be just feel like you've reached your peak. You haven't reached your peak.
There's always a bigger
always what's next.
You know what I mean? But also try to be grateful for where you're at, because like I said, the ambition can rob you of some of your joy.
That.
Stop and smell the roses, but keep on going. You heard?
For sure.
But yeah, when you see how we doing, I'm gonna show the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show I'm gonna get you the analytics right now, the brand, but make sure before I go. Make sure y'all go follow my homie Joe Blackman. Make sure y'all go follow my homie. He's doing big things. He's working hard out here. You know what I mean? In the Motor City, making it happen, right? You know
positive vibes, man. All positive vibes, man.
100%.
We don't want no negativity. We don't care about the easy, the fast money, man. We on to longevity, man.
Longevity, baby.
All about longevity right now in life.
So you see, we doing this month. You know what I mean? We are at 28,000 views for these 13 days. You know what I'm saying? So let me just see if I can act serious. She would tell me. What's my bad? That's my old phone functionality.
That's a 15 Pro Max.
28,000 divided by
15 Pro Max.
All right, so that's about 2,000. No, it's about 2,100 views a day. You know what I mean? Normally we're getting about 4,000 views a day, 4,000 to 5,000. So we're running at about half the rate that we would normally get. You know what I mean? Although YouTube, technically, in my opinion, is up compared to last month, even though it's still not where it should be. You know what I mean? Facebook is definitely down like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Facebook's supposed to be giving me way more views than this, but we gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Facebook came in heavy last month. You know what I mean? I had got more followers on Facebook because of that. But not this month, but probably next month. I'm gonna look into maybe getting verified finally on Instagram and Facebook. I'll add that onto another monthly bill that I gotta pay, because all my research has shown me that in the back they might not tell you overtly. Because they can't, because they want to avoid the law. So they're not going to tell you overtly that if you're verified, they're going to push your content to more people and more things to make you feel the value of being verified. But they're gonna. All right, all right. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? So, all my research is showing me that. You know what I mean? So I can expect when I go to get verified that there'll be some bump in views. Like I'm not expecting a massive bump. But maybe like 15%, 20%, little bump, enough to maybe help out with some of these lows in certain, especially with Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, last month being my most leading views getting anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be good though, man. Gonna be good. Gonna keep going up. Gonna get some.
I keep pushing, man. I ain't worried about it. I still ain't dropped my street interviews.
Gonna tap into new markets too, man.
I got nothing but more content to drop for you guys. So don't even worry about it. And also, I got a new thing. I got a new thing coming out because I haven't been doing them as much lately. Because I've been doing push-ups, but I haven't been posting lately. When I used to post my push-ups, I used to just do it for the stories. Yeah. I'm still at about 50 push-ups a set right now. I'm doing 50 push-ups.
We used to work out hard together, man. We worked together.
This guy here with the push-ups, man. This guy here is about that life. You already know. You know what I mean? But I still do push-ups. You know what I mean? I just don't post them much anymore. And I wanted to start. I have like 5 or 6 videos already ready that I just haven't posted yet. But I want to start posting me doing my push-ups like how I used to, with just a reminder to keep pushing. That was the name of it. That was the thing, just a motivating content. You know what I mean? To mix it up as well, so I could have the podcast going, the drone clips, which I've been doing a good job posting a new drone clip every day, and I'm gonna add in the push-up ones too. You know what I mean? Probably post those maybe once a week, once or twice a week. But throwing a little mix up in there.
He ain't gonna let me get in on some motivation.
No, that's not true. Because my other idea for the push-up videos was I was gonna do this at a mall or just somewhere where there's foot traffic. And I would maybe get some cardboard. I was gonna stop random men that look like they got maybe a little size to them like him and be like, hey,
I don't got no size, bro.
yeah, that
Shit.
just for opportunity for positive content to help me, would you get down with me and do 20 push-ups with me on camera? You know what I mean, I think that me showing me doing 20 push-ups with other men on camera would be real powerful content to help motivate people around there, to show unity between men, you know what I mean, to show, you know what I mean, motivation, like, hey, I'm building, he's building, you should build too, you know what I mean? And I think it'll just be positive content to go out there. So I do want to do push-ups. I want to do push-ups with me on camera, me and another person on camera. And it'll be the more people. How powerful does all right? One person do push-ups on camera, 2 people doing push-ups on camera, 3 people doing push-ups on camera, 4 people doing push-ups on camera. Literally, the more people on it, looks more and more. It's more and more like goddamn, like a movement, like they all need to get down and do push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like it's powerful. I think the image alone would be powerful. If there was 2 black men, 3 black men doing push-ups, 4 black, like damn, what the fuck is going on?
It's crazy because I posted on my page the other day that I'm back in the gym. Like Monday, I'm starting a regimen back.
Yeah,
I'm going 5 days a week. Going back hard 5 days a week.
Body, mind, and spirit.
Body got like your body. If you work out, your body got muscle memory.
Yeah,
your body got muscle memory.
It remembers.
So it knows what it's doing. It
remembers being lazy too.
Yeah. So and the thing is, it's not about. I was telling my homeboy because he wanted to go with me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not going in there to max out. So I know what I can do. I'm not going there to do that. I'm gonna gradually work my body back into shape.
Yeah.
And
get it back in routine.
To where I'm doing,
focus on consistency.
Yeah,
because
that's it.
People that really work out, they know consistency is what really matters.
Yeah,
so when they're trying to get back into it, they're just trying to get there on their gym days, be there consistently. You know what I mean? And then eventually the intensity will raise.
It's mental first.
Yeah.
I always tell people when you're working out, bro. When you're working out, you have to. It has to be a great location, not far from your house, not out of your schedule. So you don't feel like you're going out the way to work out.
Yeah.
Everything has to coincide because you're going in there to you are walking into pain. Working out it hurts. You're walking into pain. So in order for you to do that, it all has to coincide with each other and work out. It got to feel good. You got to get away all the cons, it's too far.
Yeah.
It's the time frame, the people I'm working with. You got to eliminate all the negative things.
But you also think about that, and take pride in that, though. You got to think that all those reasons is why someone else didn't do it. You know what I mean? As hard as I work, as tired as I am, that I can still do 50 push-ups straight. Yeah. And there's guys that work one job, don't do all the shit I do, and can't do no push-ups. You know what I mean? Like they
you're doing something. You know what I mean?
It makes me feel better. You know what I mean?
Find the motivation in it. Find the motivation in it. Find the drive. I love it.
You want exceptional results, you got to work exceptionally hard.
Yeah, I love it. I've worked hard. I remember being 150 pounds.
Working hard makes me feel good about what I do.
I remember I was scared of 135, just the 45 place. 45 place. I used to be like, oh man, I don't want to get up under there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Put what you want on there, not no 4 place, no 4 5, no heavy crazy shit.
But yeah, y'all know how I end every brand with a segment. When I end with some music, some tune that I have ready for y'all. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play two of my clips, my drone clips, because I've been putting my bars behind my drone clips. So I'm gonna just play 2 drone clips, and that'll be the equivalent of like 1 song, pretty much. You know what I mean? So enjoy the visual, enjoy the drone clip. You know what I mean? Yep. And stay tuned till next week's branded with a segment.
I appreciate you having me, man.
No problem. Just remember to buy real estate, invest, never give up hope, because a job stands for just over broke.
Y'all be smooth out there, man, and don't give up.
It ain't done. No way. This is just a song.
We commit to the grind, fucking bitch.
Oh no, fuck that one. I'm sorry. I apologize. Fuck that. No, I want the one that has more actually written bars. I mean, anyway, I'll do this one instead.
Tried school and getting A's and B's. Tried to cool around on the block playing wait and see. I remember me, my little bro, mellow and neat. Little niggas with a dap and a lavish mystique. Most of us was cool, but some of us was packing the heat. We sit bench in the park, sunshine through leaves. Hit a sprinkle of water, splash of hot concrete. Almost killed the man in a pine box, buried deceased. After leaps of death, I take leaps of faith with ease. Alone in the neck brace, I drop to my knees. Heal me and I load this clip, you birth me with and squeeze. I'll be a king, I'll chase some things. Give me this chance, I plead. Heal the kid in that old with his quill and bars I bleed. I'll do a whole set and slay these niggas faithfully. Living without fears, how I live gratefully. Used to mumble, now I say that shit blatantly. I bet I could walk on water if I truly believe. Now I'm with me, you against me, that's just how this shit be. Get to moving swiftly, I turn them into mincemeat. Headshot for the weapons foaming up against me. Can't steal my wealth, cause it ain't on me. And send me 5'7" nigga, ego got me feeling 10 feet. Probably won't make it, but good luck trying to convince me. Try.
You got that drone, and one more. I think this one. Yeah, I like this one.
I know my clothes ain't shit, I know my car ain't shit, my apartment ain't shit, this new watch ain't shit, but your bars ain't shit, and your effort ain't shit, and that catalog you got from 10 years, it ain't shit. I show up like it ain't shit, dance like it ain't shit, can't keep up with the king, cause you really ain't shit. Switching states ain't shit, different cities, same shit, start from scratch and build up like it really ain't shit. Got a number name quick, fucked her cause she ain't shit. Shorty had me mesmerized, she sucked it like it ain't shit. Right before I call some fillers, none of bitches ain't shit. Pulled them my queens, swiggle like all these niggas with the shit. Plus alone they ain't shit, pulled out like it ain't shit. On guard, bro, I swear you niggas never bout shit. Content like it ain't shit, reels like it ain't shit. Freestyle Friday every week like it really ain't shit. You soft and I'm hard cause I've been put to the test. I'm on their head tops like a Mitchell and Ness. These shots from the heart go straight to the head. Got 12 on my back like I'm really the best. With me handling the beef like I was raised by a chef. Did gain 12 inches, but I still feel blessed. I know my clothes ain't.
But yeah, go check out my drone for the joint there, man. I be having the bars behind there and shit, man. You already know, man. But yeah, before we get out of here, I got one or two last questions from my homie, man.
Okay.
Damn, it's getting late. All right. Last question I got for you is, what is your opinion on this whole Diddy thing, bro? This whole Diddy thing, him being taken down, this whole idea of this thing in Hollywood, and I always like to think that the black wasn't fucking with the homosexual shit, but I guess the black side of Hollywood also had their gatekeepers. You know what I mean? Like, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sick of it, really. But one of the reasons why, like, hey, just so you know, for the record, since this is one of the things that pissed me off, no other record label, no music studio that makes other productions and stuff came out and said, hey, we don't do so. All right, so Good and Ready Productions, this production company, I just want to come out and say, if you want to make movies or make skits or pursue your talents, and you don't want the people that run that production company trying to fondle you and do gay stuff, come on down to Good and Ready Productions, because we don't do none of that gay shit over here, okay? You know, since no one else in Hollywood says that, when all this Me Too stuff has happened, no one else says, hey, guess what? We don't do none of that. Why don't you come over here and pursue your dreams, all right? No, everyone just goes, whoa, and mind it, like no one ever says, hey, guess what? We don't do that gay shit over here, you know? Remember when Suge Knight said that about Diddy back in the day? Hey, if you want a producer that's not going to be dancing only in videos and all of that, you'll come over here to Death Row, whatever. Remember that pitch? So why today, with all of the stuff coming out about him, when the stuff coming out Weinstein, did no record label, no music studio thing be like, hey, we're not doing gay stuff over here, just for the record? Like, no, why?
Can't speak out, them LGBTQ key 7655. They're gonna be all at your door. You know what I'm saying? What my dog called? He said the LGBTQ, the LMNOPs.
All I said was I'm not requiring sexual favors for
you. Can't speak out against them people, man. Them people be all at your job, at your door, flyers and stickers all on your cars and shit. You can't be. But when you say Diddy, bro, okay, I got a couple different. I got to break it down for like my thing. So I do believe Diddy a homosexual.
I believe that too.
I'm gonna say that.
All the stories
I believe Diddy is
a
bisexual man.
No such thing. He's gay.
I believe. Yeah. let's just keep it on fire. I believe Diddy gay as fuck.
Yeah.
I do believe, everybody who went in that motherfucking room went in voluntarily.
I believe so too.
He ain't took nothing. I believe they went in voluntarily.
I don't believe Diddy's necessarily a rapist. And
I don't believe he a rapist. I don't believe he. They try to say, oh, if you fly a motherfucker out, it's sex trafficking. That ain't sex trafficking. If you got
on a plane,
if you got on that
free
plane,
will.
Women too. If you get on that, if I fly you out, if I see a bad bitch,
you was there at the kiosks trying to get the ticket.
If I see a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying. If I see a motherfucking bitch on Instagram, I'm like, damn, come on, I'm fly you out to Miami. If I fly you out, in my mind, I'm flying you out to fuck.
I mean, that is sex trafficking.
That's not sex. That's That's you selling
I'm trying to
sex.
have
That's
sex with her,
prostitution.
and I'm helping the travel through.
You not
I'm
trafficking.
trafficking for sexual
I'm
purposes.
not trafficking.
That's sex trafficking.
No, that's
That's like
prostitution.
no, but that's like no. I'm saying it's what you are sex trafficking, but you're not sex trafficking.
I'm not sex trafficking.
That's like being a sexual predator.
Sex trafficking.
Like for example, you're a sexual predator. You went to the club at some point to hunt pussy. You were a predator trying to hunt down pussy.
I'm not a predator.
You were a sexual predator. Now, just because you're not really a sexual
I ain't
predator
never in my life been called a sexual predator.
doesn't mean you're
bro.
not a sexual predator. Now, just because you're not really sex trafficking don't mean you're not sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying?
But what's the definition of sex trafficking?
That's like I gave
That's
you a
if
drug.
that's if I
woke
sell.
you up.
That's if I bring you over here with the intent
to sell you into prostitution.
To sell. But he's not bringing somebody with the intent to sell.
I'm trying to clap cheeks and send you back to your hometown.
If I fly you out here, I'm intent to fuck, and that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back to the basics with Diddy, man. I don't believe a lot of the shit. You know what I mean? I believe Diddy, like Weinstein and the other. I believe they crossed the wrong people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe this shit been known. It's just not been known in the media. He crossed the wrong people. He didn't pay the right tabs.
Yeah,
you know,
he tried to get too big.
Some T didn't get crossed. Some I didn't get dotted, and now now he got them. Now he got them alphabets on his ass, and they move slowly. So some gonna come of it. The thing, but people been trying to compare him to R. Kelly. R. Kelly fuck kids. R. Kelly is a child.
That's
molester.
not who you compare him. You compare him to Epstein.
R. Kelly is a molester,
and that is worse too.
You know what I'm Epstein. You know what I'm saying? But even with Epstein, they did accuse him of rape.
The whole idea behind
but Diddy ain't accused of no rape.
No, the reason why I compared it to is because what they say about Epstein Island is that it's a place where a lot of celebrities went, had a lot of wild parties, and at these parties, a lot of stuff was filmed and used as blackmail to then help control these influential people that were there in the first place.
But they fucking, man.
What they say about Diddy is that Diddy, through all these wild parties in these mansions that he had cameras in every inch of and had influential people at, so then he has these celebrities, these powerful people compromised, doing some bullshit in the back room. They thought nobody was there on camera.
Crossed the wrong niggas.
You know what I mean? And now he got blackmail tapes on everybody. And he thought that, now I could be the dirty nigga ever because I got Prince Harry, I got this senator, I got this person and that person, all in the back room fucking with someone they shouldn't be fucking with. So because of that, I was like, he was probably thinking I could do anything I want, and they can't take me down because if I go down, I'm gonna make sure all y'all go down.
He just a fag. He just a fag that crossed the wrong niggas sometimes, and I know we can't even put that out because they don't like that word.
Yeah, you get canceled. But I ain't say that he did. Make sure you remember who stood down the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely
Joe
definitely
Blow, at Black Man. Cancel what you want to cancel.
Yeah,
just don't cancel Pepsi.
Yeah.
But
we're
gonna block that out.
You gonna block that out, yeah.
But at the end of the day, Diddy is I'm not fully sold on everything. I'm not a surface level. Like I said, I'm not a surface level
guy. You don't think Diddy might be a sick motherfucker? All of the
Diddy is Diddy is a bisexual male. He's a bisexual, high energy male who is very rich, very powerful, and now they want to take him down because he didn't pacify the right people anymore. That's exactly what it is. Every powerful, rich person got some deep, dark, messed up secrets, and as long as you rub the right shoulders and grease the right palms, you're gonna be all right. Something happened where he didn't do that, and now somebody unleashed a whole wave of some bullshit. That's all it is, man. Diddy, somebody didn't get paid. Somebody didn't get taken care of, and now Diddy, you got to pay the consequences.
Now Diddy's on the fire.
You know what I mean? But let me tell you, every celebrity, all these guys, they didn't have sex with underage women. They didn't did all type of craziness.
I'm sure they did. I just hope nothing comes out about Jay-Z because that's my real number one rapper, and I hope that no one fucking says anything about Jay-Z. I leave Jay-Z out of it, please. I don't want to hear about he met Beyonce at 18. I don't want to hear about he used to mix with Foxy Brown. I don't want to hear about none of that shit.
Aaliyah.
I want y'all to leave my nigga Jay-Z the fuck alone.
So you don't believe?
All right, I don't want to hear
about
how
believe
he was.
You don't believe Jay fuck with a young Foxy?
I don't want to hear about how Dame Dash had to leave the studio when Jay-Z and R. Kelly was making that album because of what R. Kelly was into, and Jay-Z still made an album.
I got a label.
Kelly, you know what I mean?
I got a bankroll.
I
got a 16-year-old badass artist. Yeah, Jay-Z fuck Foxy, bro.
I don't want to hear nothing about Jay-Z. I don't.
Listen, when do you go? I get it. That's
as a Brooklyn guy,
New York.
Yeah, you gotta leave Jay out of it, please. That's all I ask.
You know what I really love though?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I really love?
What?
Us Detroit niggas, man. We ain't been accused of no shit like that.
Yeah, somebody just said that the
And
Detroit
we
niggas don't
on
play
fire in the industry. We ain't been accused of no
But
fuck shit.
that's why they ain't really get. That's why they never get that far
Yeah.
though. That's why they never get that
Who
far in
don't?
the industry. The Detroit rappers.
We got the industry on fire.
No,
Us,
yeah, I don't.
Detroit and Memphis, bro.
The Detroit rapper that got the furthest was Eminem, and we don't know about him.
How?
You know
Doug
what I mean?
on fire too.
Who?
Doug T Grizzly
They did it
on
right.
fire.
Yeah.
Payroll had a wave on fire.
Man,
Vezo on fire.
They on fire for your region. The same way how I was surprised when
Bro,
when I came
Detroit
over
and
here and y'all told me I wasn't
Detroit
bumping Pop
and
Smoke.
Memphis, bro.
When y'all
is
told me
fire.
when y'all told me I wasn't bumping Pop Smoke over
No,
here.
we don't fuck with Pop Smoke.
But even during his rise and even right after he died, y'all wasn't fucking with Pop.
We don't fuck with
That's
that
the same
shit.
way how some New York niggas might feel about Ice with Vezos. Like they ain't bumping
mean,
that.
yeah.
They ain't bumping Skilla Baby and all of them.
Yeah, but they respect it. That's the thing.
They don't know
about
they
it.
exist. No, New York is different. You have no
They
idea.
respect. I done been
New
out
York,
there.
New York don't know anyone else exists. New
I'ma
York
tell-
think
but-
it's New
but
York,
no, this the thing,
Cali,
though.
Atlanta,
No,
and
this
the
the
middle
thing.
of the country.
Detroit, New York niggas and Detroit niggas is the same. New York niggas and Detroit niggas, they big city niggas and they hustlers. I'm gonna tell you like this: everywhere I done been, I done damn near bumped into a New York nigga that's hustling. So it ain't New York niggas and Detroit niggas ain't no different, bro. The New York is bigger, but they got the same hustle mentality as Detroit niggas. New York niggas think they extra slick like Detroit niggas. They got the hustle like Detroit niggas. You know what I mean? And they got the same attitude. They arrogant like a Detroit nigga. Arrogant and cocky. I'm telling you. Detroit niggas and New York niggas, man, we feel like Detroit is everything. It's the number one place in the world. New York niggas feel like New York is the number one place in the
only
motherfucking
difference
world,
is that
bro.
New York is right and Detroit used to be right.
Detroit,
you know
New York ain't right.
You
What
know,
is New York? What is New York popping for?
Detroit used to be we was the birthplace of hip hop. So at some
Listen,
point,
what
we
is it?
was the shit.
What is it popping
the
for?
same way how
New
Detroit
York
was the
ain't-
shit
but time out.
when
New
the
York
cars was
ain't-
first coming out.
New York ain't
Cars
been popping for shit. New York had basketball. They had basketball player type. New York ain't been popping for shit, bro.
Man, New York, like I said, y'all birthed the automobile. We birthed hip hop.
Okay, but y'all ain't popping for shit.
I mean, we still more popping in Detroit for
How?
sure. For sure.
How?
In
I
real
mean, y'all a
estate,
bigger city. Y'all got
business,
9
revenue,
million.
You know what I mean?
Y'all got 9 million people.
Y'all had millions of people too. They left.
Yeah, but I said, but
And they all
motherfuckers,
left.
but New York ain't popping for shit. New York, what is New York known for right now?
New York.
In 2024, New York, what rappers coming out of New York right now on fire?
That's the only reason
Y'all
why
still
I'm
got
not,
Dipset trying to come out. Them niggas
Nah.
through.
The only reason why I'm not defending New York OD, even though we still got Ice Spice, we still got
Who?
Fabio Foreign,
Ice
we
who?
still got
Ice Spice, bro.
she from New York. We still got Scarlett.
Stop.
You know what
Ice
I mean?
Spice, bro.
You know what I mean? We got
Ice
you know,
Spice.
We had Bobby Shmurda. I can't even claim them niggas no more.
Ice Spice.
Who else we had? Who else is doing? So sad what happened to Bobby Shmurda and all them niggas.
Ice Spice. This, I
Um,
ain't gonna lie, my guy. And I fucks with my guy, CharlieGtv.
why? What we can't
He
say?
said Ice Spice.
She's
bro.
a player in the game. How many
Bro,
times did you
she's
see
a
Ice Spice
fucking-
headlines?
When the last
I ain't
time
seen-
Ice
I ain't
Spice
never
is-
listened to
that,
no
that
Ice
shit
Spice
did-
song.
That shit done flamed out. She threw. She threw.
Ice Spice
She
is
threw.
through. She threw.
She threw.
Did she ever? What is her song? What is her hit?
I don't fuck. She got a fat ass.
Does she
That's
have
what
a
I know.
hit?
She got a fat ass.
Like, what is her top song?
she can't fuck with Cash Doll.
Cash Doll better than her.
She can't fuck with Cash Doll.
Lotto
Oh,
better
no.
than her too. You know what I mean? Because at least
Yeah.
Lotto had like a
Memphis,
hit.
Detroit.
But Ice Spice, I don't know what her hit is. I don't know.
Ice Spice just
That's
got a
sad.
fat ass, bro.
She just a bad
My number
one.
one, I can't say number one, but my two females, Lotto and Megan, bro.
Oh, he like toxic
I'm
bitches.
in love. Yeah,
Like
of
toxic
course.
good bitches.
Man, but
He
Lotto
love them.
and Megan, bro,
He love them toxic
them
good
bitches
bitches.
is gas. I'm not gonna lie. Them bitches fucking over most niggas in the game. Lotto and Megan. Lotto and Megan is that. I'm in love with Lotto though. I ain't gonna lie.
I want to.
I be thinking like when she be saying like, her man, like I got a rich nigga, all that. And
Yeah.
I be thinking like, damn, she talking about me.
Wow.
She
He
talking
be
about her
fam-
nigga.
sounds like he that nigga. Like, yeah,
Listen,
talk about me.
Lotto.
All right. So, if you had some advice that you wanted to give to your 20-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Keep going. Advice I give my 20-year-old self is keep going, man. Don't be, like I said, don't be influenced by the hype. Don't be influenced by the outside shit because you know what's on the outside the inside is totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes the outside look good, but the inside is real hollow.
Yeah.
It's hollow and it's empty. You know what I mean? So don't be influenced by the glamour and the shine.
Everything that glitters not gold.
Everything that glitter ain't gold. And focus on self.
Focus on yourself.
Focus on self. Don't focus on being who you see you are, not who everybody else see and who want you to be, and trying to be socially accepted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I listen every episode is a time capsule, and I wish you a very long life. You might be looking back on this episode. Thank you. You might be looking back on this episode when you I don't know, 75. You know what I mean?
I'll probably be about 120.
On your big pocket. 120.
About 120.
Yeah. With all this technology, that's damn for sure possible.
I'll be 120.
You know
I'll be
a
bad 120. So I'll be still moving and grooving. You know what I mean? Still doing my hustles and shit.
He look like that guy from the Ghostbusters, still looking good at 79 and shit.
Man, still got a whole beard. Yeah. I might let the gray come in. I don't know, 120. I might still dye my shit. You never know.
I'm about to dye my joint right now.
For what, bro? You ain't got no gray.
You bugging. You must not be looking close. You must not be looking close.
Hey, that's one thing I love though. I ain't got no fucking.
I got more grays than
no
almost anybody.
Spots.
I'm looking. I've had to choose between my hairline going and my grays. I'll take grays all day. My hairline's sturdy, hair nice and long. You see, I ain't got no problems with my hairline. You know what I'm saying? But the grays,
hair nice and long.
Nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Since them hoes start talking about dreadheads do it better these days, I ain't got time for that shit, man. Gotta get some waves, man.
See my drink
I wear these hats, but I still got a head full, man.
So yeah, I have said so. What message would you want to have for your old self watching this video back at 120 years old?
Keep going. I'm proud of you. Proud of the change. I see the evolution of you as a man. You know what I'm saying? The growth mentally, physically. You know what I mean? Keep going, though. Don't stop. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. And I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? I want to look back at myself 5-10 years from now. I'm going to look back at this video and say, you know what? That mindset that you had, that you got, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. It's great because I had a guy today who I actually look up to, older than me. Couple years older than me, and from the neighborhood I grew up in, and he's like, man, I'm proud of you.
That's good.
You know what I mean? My mom had told me, a lot of people have told me, like, I'm proud of you, because if you know my story, you know where I come from, what I've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I done did damn near 10 years in prison.
Yeah, been through a lot. You made
proud.
it out the other side. Made it out the other side, a positive man, doing good for himself. You got
to think about it, man. I'm not even a year removed from prison. I got a $90,000 a year job.
Yeah.
Positive. Man.
So you got every reason to stay on course, brother.
Man.
Don't let the devil come for this. When he comes for you, it's when he comes for you. Right when you feel
got
good,
another thing coming.
A lot of temptations, a lot of girls coming out the woodwork, a whole lot of stuff coming for you.
They can get the fuck
out come try to deter you from your path. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I ain't with the sucker shit. I done seen it all.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I seen it all, but I seen so much that I ain't with that sucker shit.
Yeah,
bro.
they coming for you.
Yeah,
but I thank you again for coming out today, man. I'm always happy to have
appreciate
you.
It, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
happy to have
it,
you, bro. You know, it's always a good time.
It's all love,
always
my
good
brother.
building. You know what I mean? With that, listen, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. And most of all, thanks for listening.